School football on Comcast. Tonight, it's a North Coast Section 2A playoff battle between the Acalanes Dons and the Miramonte Matadors. Dan Wall and Steve Sanchez, as always, from Miramonte High School. And Steve, it was a year ago tonight, right here at this very site, that Acalanes pulled off one of the most shocking upsets in recent memory, a 14-10 win. A last-second pass from Zach Clark, who was a great quarterback for Acalanes at the time, to Phil July, who's a senior now for the Dons. Can that happen again tonight?
Well, Dan, it can, but they got to have the same game plan tonight as they had a year ago. They got to take the ball out of Miramonte's strong, explosive offense, control the ball, keep them to a minimum on the field, and make things happen when it counts.
And they can do that with Tim O'Neill, a 1,000-yard rusher, 272 yards in his final league game, big yardage last week in the playoff game, a 49-48 win over Kennedy. On the other side of the ball for Miramonte, they're rolling. They've only lost twice in their last 47 games. The last time we saw them lose here was against Pittsburgh, so they've lost 2 games in the past, God, it's almost on 4 seasons now, Steve, and they're one of the quality programs in the area. And tonight, they're going to have to kind of use a running back by committee. Dominic Carey, the great running back, won't start, but he will play. We'll see Steve Hull back there. We'll see Chris O'Neill and Taylor Humphrey, of course, the great quarterback.
You know, Dan, don't expect that to slow down the Miramonte offense. He'll be in there eventually. But, you know, on the other side of the ball, O'Neill, Carey, 2 different kind of runners. O'Neill, kind of like a lot like Tom Hogue from Monte Vista. Strong between the tackles, very elusive, hard to bring down. Carey, more explosive, gets in the open field and makes great cuts. And 2 different backs, but they're the main guys.
Yeah, it's a battle for La Marinda once again this year on Comcast. Miramonte and Acalanes next.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible by Shop, Northern California's largest in Antioch. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
Check out the website at www.funnelhead.com.
The Dons come in having won 4 of 5. Their only loss during that span was to Miramonte. And in that game, they gave up 159 yards rushing to Dominic Carey. On the flip side, the Dons couldn't run the football. So a big key for them is stop the run and run the football. If they can't do either of those things, in all likelihood, the outcome will be very much the same as it was the last time these 2 teams met. Guys?
And Steve, the last time these 2 teams met, it was 57-20. And there was an article in the Contra Costa Times today that talked about this, and we'll talk about it a little bit more as we get ready for tonight's game after the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting here, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
national anthem from Miramonte High School as we get ready. Steve, I was talking before the anthem about the last time these two teams played. Going into the second quarter, it was 7-3 Acalanes, and then in that quarter, they were outscored 31-7 by Miramonte. Miramonte is a real strong team. They've done that a number of times this year where they've really piled on the points in the second and third quarters and then had runaways.
Well, I talked to Coach Thompson before the game, and he told me, Steve, I'm really worried about just them explosiveness, from them not just quick strikes, just exploding all at once on us.
Here's the play last year that ended the 35-game winning streak of Miramonte. This is Zach Clark, and this is probably one of my highlights as an announcer.
It really was. He pulled a Houdini act, and he was running all over, and we were all excited right here. Now, when he comes back against the grain, folks, right here, you wouldn't think, and as a defense, all the way to the far right, somebody's open. But watch Clark. Comes back, sees July. Now, look I thought he was throwing to the inside, then look at this. Now, watch these kids explode when he catches this. Boy, they are excited. But that was a big moment in Acalanes history right there, that for sure. They pulled the upset off 14-10 a year ago tonight, and basically they need the same thing tonight, Dan. The same kind of game's got to happen. It's
really become like the La Miranda bracket of the 2A playoffs, where Miramonte has been the _1 seed for the last any number of years. Campo Lindo this year is the #2 seed. Last year it was Las Lomas, and in subsequent years you've had, here's Coach Wade, who is very excited that Pearl Jam has a new Rarities album out. He likes he's a big Pearl Jam fan, Coach Wade. But this is what it comes down to, and in the last couple of years, it's been a DFAL 2A final. So ever since we've been calling games over here, and it could be again. Number 17 now we're going to switch sides, so we lined up on the wrong sides. Acalanes will kick from our left to right, and Miramonte will receive, and they'll have the ball first. And as we mentioned in the open, Steve, Dominic Carey won't start due to missing a practice or something, is the rumor that's going around here, but I'm sure he will get some playing time during the game. Steve Holdo is a very adequate running back that can step in and replace him.
Yeah, he really can, Dan, but Steve Holdo's also a very good blocker for him, and they look for him to open up some holes, so I don't think Dominic's going to be out too long. I talked to Dominic before the game, and he told me he's ready to go. Told me he's getting letters from Arizona State, Utah State, Portland State, New Mexico State. I go, that's a lot of states. He goes, I never thought about that.
Tristan Toole and Colin Reagan are deep. Arnold kicks for Acalanes. We're underway. 2A semifinal, and that is kind of kicked around over there on the far sideline, about the 12-yard line. It's damp and it's 45 degrees out here tonight, and that's where Miramonte will take over at the 13-yard line. Here's the offense. Taylor Humphrey, the senior quarterback, playing what will be his last game here at Miramonte, Steve. Chris O'Neill moves to running back with Steve Hull. Cal Stevens and Colin Reagan are the receivers, and John Ratelli's the tight end tonight. Across the front line, Kerry Wan, Stakowski, Smith, and Werner for Coach John Wade and the 10-1 Miramonte Matadors, who had another undefeated DFAL season this year. They start with Hull and O'Neill in the backfield, two wide receivers, and Taylor play action to throw on first down. He throws to O'Neill, who is normally the tight end in the flat, and he's still on his feet, has a first down, breaking tackles out to the 30-yard line, brought down by number 10, Dan Massey. Here's the defense for Acalanes in white and blue on the road tonight. Kevin Joyce at one end with Marshall Nunn, Todd Boudreau, Tony Ferraris, and Sam Crichton across the front. Lorenzana, Briggs, and Ballesteri are the linebackers in what is a 4-3-3. Sater and Dillon are the cornerbacks, and Massey is the safety. He made a tackle on that last play, a 29-yard gain. First down, Miramonte.
And Dan, that's what Chris O'Neill does best right there. He's a very good tight end, but he showed you some quality moves right there.
Pitch to Hull around the right side, and good yardage once again, a gain of about 6. Deemer was there with Joyce, and also number 64 for Acalanes, Todd Boudreau, to make the tackle. So Miramonte moving the ball, Steve. This is what they do. They
really do.
Big chunks of yardage. You can see on the replay here, there was a lot of, you can see the good blocking here. Yep. And here's another guy that came in, and that's number 3, Zach Landman. So very versatile on offense for Miramonte.
Well, you know what, the one thing about Miramonte, they're very deep too, Dan. They have a lot of people off the bench. They can run waves at you.
The thing is, they need to not make any mistakes. Here's Hull again, and Hull has a big hole, and he has a first down, and he's running hard into Acalanes territory at the 38-yard line. Number 11 for Acalanes, Ender Dillon, made the tackle.
And here comes it right now, Dan. Warner, Smith, Stakowski, Wan, and Carey are having their way up to the front in the battle right there, Dan. They're just winning it off the line, off the ball. They got more spunk to it than thank God Dominic Carey's not starting because he may have been gone on that play.
That's true. I don't know if Hull has the speed that Carey does. Humphrey to throw, first down, throws, deep, has a receiver, and it's caught. What a catch down there by Reagan. Sater was defending, and Reagan slipped and then still was able to make that catch a huge gain.
Well, Dan, watch you see, he slipped at the end. He was making adjustment right before he slipped. Watch this replay right here. Humphrey lets it go, okay, and basically what happens, he makes a real nice adjustment. Watch, you can see it right here, Dan. He's starting to adjust right now, and then his feet comes out, but boy, what great concentration on his part.
47-yard gain.
Yep. Colin Reagan.
37-yard gain. 37-yard gain.
Colin Reagan, real nice play there. And they're just marching down like...
First down from the 3. Hand off to Hull. Touchdown.
Yeah.
So just like that, 5 plays, 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and Miramonte goes right down the field like a knife through butter on your Thanksgiving dinner. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, and we want to think of our troops at this time of Thanksgiving. They're overseas, and I thought it was pretty nice of Bush to go over there and surprise him and stuff. I thought that was cool, but he needs to pull a rabbit out of his hat anyway. He needs to score some points. But anyway, Dan, boy, they just, wow. And here's your buddy kicking.
Yeah, Sassano on to attempt the extra point. And that was a bad snap, but the kick is up and through. So just 2 minutes and 2 seconds into the ball game, 7-0 Miramonte. Let's take another look at the touchdown. This was pretty much Steve Hull in a nutshell.
Yeah, right here in a nutshell. Watch the right side. Watch number big 78 kick-out block there, Dan.
Actually, and Landman as well.
Landman, real good kick-out block there, too. But, Dan, that extra point, Tom Werner was the reason they made that, because great hold job. It was on the carpet. He picked it up and barely got it down, so give the holder credit for that extra point.
Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by great friends of the program, Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Thanks for tonight's crew meal, guys. Contra Costa Clean Water Program and Mr. Funnelhead. Mazet Pontiac now in Pittsburgh. ParamountTechnology.com of Concord. Brennan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. The Haunted Mansion now out in those theaters.
I don't watch those scary movies.
S&S Import Service. I've seen your wedding movies.
That's
Caltech
right.
Pest Management. The Williams Company, real estate for the 21st century. Thanks to all the great friends who have helped us bring you high school football here on Comcast this year. Sassano to kick. O'Neill and Dillon are deep, and it's a short kick. We saw a lot of that the last time we were here. And still on his feet, one of the up men, number 22, who's not on my roster. There he is, Sam Briggs. There he is.
Sam Briggs, number 22.
Here's the starting offense for Acalanes. Greg Corbett, the quarterback. Tim O'Neill and Zane Blackman are in the backfield. Phil July and Pete Doherty are the wide receivers. John McGlynn's the tight end. Across the front line, Jason G starts at center tonight. Wyatt Zorn, Tony Ferraris, Nick Core, and Brian Deemer for Coach Ron Thompson and the 8-3 Miramonte Matador.
And Dan Ryan Brewer was on that special teams tackle, number 43, so kudos to him.
25-yard return, handoff to O'Neill on first down, and there's not a lot there. Here's a very good Miramonte defense. The starters for you.
Landon was in on it, number 3. But go ahead, Daniel.
Hire, Thompson, and Stakowski across the front line. Hull and Burrows are two of the linebackers in the 3-4 with Crowell and Landman. Tristan Toole and Albini start at the corners with Tom Warner and Dan Rodriguez in the defensive backfield as safeties. Gain of 2. Now O'Neill, a 1,000-yard rusher, and he had a huge game in their last league game against College Park, Steve, and a big game last week against Kennedy. And here's O'Neill again, just chunks of yardage here. It'll bring up third and about 5. Last week against Kennedy, Steve, O'Neill had 39 carries for 214 yards and 4 touchdowns.
He's really a workhorse. Dan, Matt Friedman was in on that tackle with Steve Hull helping him out right there on the left side.
By the way, I'm sorry, Steve. Right. Jerry Lazar, Don Hubbard, Steve Corrigan, Steve Nichols, and Conrad Bassett are our officials tonight. And there's Coach Thompson on the sideline. Had a chance to visit with him frequently during the week.
And I talked to him before the game, and he told me he's sick of talking to us. I said, oh, Dan must have wore you out.
Corbett to throw on third down. He throws, has a first down. That's Massey, and they're across midfield at the 47-yard line. So this is how it works. Miramonte, it takes 5 plays to go 70. It'd probably take Acalanes 15 plays.
That's okay.
That's
Coach
how they
Thompson,
do it.
he doesn't mind that because he wants to keep moving the chains, and he wants to keep it, like I said, out of their hands. And right there. Watch this little three-step drop right here, Dan. Real three-step right out here to the flat.
And we're ready to go. First down.
And Dan Massey does a real good job.
Hand off O'Neal, and O'Neal gets 5.
Not a bad play for a first down run right there. Number 26 in on the play.
Tony
Dan.
Verna.
Tony Verna. From the Verna family, Dan.
Yes,
Yes.
on this side of Orinda.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve, nice to have you back after last week. You took one look at the names on the Fremont, the American of Fremont roster and went home.
Yeah, when I seen a guy with a last name with 19 letters, I'm out of it. I don't even want to try it.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6, first quarter, Miramonte 7, Acalanes nothing. The winner plays the winner of the Campo Lindo San Lorenzo game next Saturday at 4 o'clock at the Oakland Coliseum. Corbett play action, throws. Oh, he had not none but Blackman.
Yep.
The fullback wide open, near a first down, and he dropped it right in his hands.
Right in the old bread basket, Dan. That's where they say that.
I'm sure your bread basket was full yesterday at Thanksgiving.
My cup runneth overeth. Right here, Dan. Just he turned his head just a little quick, and you know, I mean, they do that at every level. You know, it don't matter what level ball you play in.
Oh, yeah, O'Neal's coming off the field.
That's not a good sign right there.
Not a good sign.
He's holding his hand up right there, like his shoulder or his hand, or that's one tough kid right there. He'll probably be back. They put a cast on it. I'll be right.
X-ray that thing, get a cast on it, get him back.
Whatever, yeah.
Not to make light of the injury, but
no, not at all.
O'Neal, he's probably out for just a play.
Yeah, he's a pretty tough kid.
Marshall Nunn in the backfield for Acalanes. 3rd down. Doherty in motion, and then there's motion.
Yeah.
There was movement from a Miramonte player, and then on the far end, July also was across the line of scrimmage. We'll have to wait for the call, but it more than likely will be procedure against Acalanes, and this is going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Offside is the call against the
those kind of things, well, at any level hurt you, Dan, on a 3rd down play to tack on 5 more. Now it takes your, your
3rd and 11 for Acalanes.
Let's watch the jump right here.
Pretty close.
Potato.
Yes. Acalanes beat JFK Fremont 49-48 last week. A last, not necessarily last minute, but late in the game they scored and went ahead after being ahead in that game. Miramonte beat Piedmont here 49-14, setting up this rematch from last year. 3rd and long, Corbett to throw. Has time, throws, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Dougherty. The coverage came from Kyle Albini, and it's going to set up a punting situation here with 7:16 to go in the first quarter.
Well, see, that's what happens, Dan, when you tack on 5 yards. It takes a little bit longer, your pattern to develop, to run a play. You get a little bit more pressure. 5-yard play, you know what I mean? You could, it's just, it kills you no matter 5 yards what level you're at. What's up, Dan? You're adjusting my...
I'm adjusting your mic.
Okay.
Kyle Safer will be the...
I do more than just announce up here, Steve. I'm like the den father up here in the booth for us.
Well, thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. Sater is the punter. And this kick, and it's bobbled. Oh, what a play. You talk about an athletic play by Reagan at the 17-yard line. It hit him in the shoulder, he bobbled it, and he had the frame of mind to go back and get it and cause that, because that would have been a disaster.
Well, Dan, I don't know what kind of mind his frame's in, but I'll tell you this right there. For that ball not to go as far as he did, what an excellent effort for him to recover it. You know, I don't know where the... Okay, here's another angle from our scissors lift. It just, boy, that's dodging a bullet right there.
Great play on special teams, too. I'm not getting, Acalanes doesn't have numbers on their shoulders, so sometimes it's going to be tough. But whoever was down there made a great play and really pressured Reagan there. So 38-yard punt, no return, first down, and so Miramonte has to go the length of the field again. Little flip out in the flat to O'Neal, and here's O'Neal shaking, Bacon, still on his feet. Nice play once again. That play started at the 18. He's tackled at the 41, a 23-yard gain and a first down for the Matadors.
Yeah, Dan, let's watch this right here. It's so far it's the Humphrey O'Neal show right now. Right here, just real late release out of the backfield for him. Nice hands. Watch his shake and bake right here. He goes, it's shake and bake, and I helped. And right there, he just leaves him. And boy, he's a nice, good-looking player.
Well, they had Helm last year, who was a tight end here. He was a great one, and O'Neal's another, and a fine tradition here. They have great quarterbacks and great receivers. Here's a pass. Number 81, Kyle Johnson, who doesn't get a lot of press at Miramonte. A lot of press goes to number 19, Cal Stevens, into Colin Reagan, into O'Neal. But that was a nice play. Another big play, 19-yard gain and a first down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's just get everybody involved here. Here's Kyle Johnson running a nice end in about 20 yards down the field. Nice coverage. I mean, you know, you can't cover no better than that. It's just nice execution.
Taylor Humphrey could be the 5th consecutive Division I quarterback to come out of Miramonte.
Well, that is just amazing, isn't it, Dan?
It really is when you think about it. 103 yards passing already in the first quarter, and now here's Carey, his first carry, and another big hole, bounces outside, Carey down the sideline, tiptoeing, hits one of the Acalanes defenders, but he's marked out of bounds at the 10.
Yeah, they're going to mark him back at the 10, but what a great run. There shows you what he's all about right there. That's a little electricity in your backfield right there, Dan. Wow. I just love runners like this. No matter if they're for you, against you, you got to take your cap off. Watch this right here. Just speed, Dan. This is just right here. Just a nice cut right there. And Dominic to the outside. Let's see if we can see him step outside. He does not. Well, okay, if you're going to get it, that's a touchy-touch foul, but
25-yard gain, first down, the ball at the 10-yard line. Miramonte already had 7-0 with 6 minutes and 7 seconds to play first quarter. Pitch out to Carey, has hole out in front, picks the hole, up the middle, dances into the end zone, 10-yard run, touchdown Miramonte. 6 minutes in, it's 13-0, Steve.
Yeah, Dan, and right now, Acalanes has really got to regroup real quick because this can get ugly real fast. It's already starting to get, you know, kind of like your prom date, not very good.
I had a heck of a senior prom date.
I know you did. I'm kidding you. Can't you ever go along with that?
No, because
okay,
I had a good day.
Now I'm getting personal.
Junior prom date. Okay, but the senior prom, that one worked out well. Let's just say I didn't come home that
night. Okay, Dan.
Sassano, the kick is up. And the kick is good. Now here's a stat for you as we take another look at it. Last year, Miramonte scored 10 points in the whole game.
Okay.
They have 14 already.
And heck, the game's not over, is it?
The first quarter ain't over.
Here's a replay right here. Here's a pitch. Well, let's watch number 31. Oh, he makes a nice little block right there, and that's just all Dominic Carey right there.
14-0 Miramonte, 6:02 to play. Let's take a look at some of the other great friends of the program here on Comcast. Diablo View Florist, Images of 3 Hair Salon, The Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body, State Farm Insurance with Jim Lantner and Carol Sievers, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, Antioch Opticians, Burke & Keller Doctors of Dentistry. Also Dr. Hogue at 5201 Deer Valley Road, Suite 3A in Antioch, 757-6626. His son Tom is playing right now at this very minute against the Big Green Machine. Also Giuseppe's Pasta and Grill at 2540 San Ramon Valley Boulevard, San Ramon. Call 820-8866 for reservations. Sassano to kick. This time they kick deep, and it's O'Neal at the 2-yard line. O'Neal running hard up the middle, hit, and brought down at the 20-yard line. Ratelli was there on special teams for the Matadors. 18-yard return. Acalanes has to go 80 yards to try to get on the board. Let's take another look at the touchdown from, we have a lot of camera angles here.
Well, we do, Dan. We got a lot of professional guys out here doing a great job. Right here is the big pitch. It's just student body right. And here's a good field level of it. And there's not much you can do about that. It's just a little too quick.
Last week against Piedmont, Carey, 16 carries, 105 yards. So 2,000-yard rushers, probably the 2 all-league backs performing in this game tonight. Here's O'Neal, the other all-league performer.
And that's what he does best.
And the ball's on the ground. And I don't know if they're going to, I think they're going to mark it down at the 29-yard line, a gain of 9 here.
And big Justin Thompson, number 99, was in on that tackle, Dan. He's a 5'10", 310-pound senior.
Number 99, Justin Thompson.
And let's watch it right here. But here's O'Neal. Here's what he does. He's just elusive, and you never see one guy break him down. You know what I mean? That's what you see a lot of with O'Neal. And they would have rolled that dead anyway, Dave.
It took 3 to bring him down that time. 2nd and 1. O'Neal again. Nice spin move at the line of scrimmage. Thompson was there again, alongside number 94, Anthony Heyer. First down, Acalanes after a gain of 4.
I mean, tell me, does he look like a lot like Tom Hogue to you? Just the body and the way he walks, the way he carries himself. Similar runners, and both very good.
A little shorter.
Yeah, but, you know, both a little bit shorter, but very strong upper body. There's Acalanes coaching staff. I spent some time with him. I noticed with a lot of people, they don't like me spending too much time with them, but that's okay.
They figured out after about 5 minutes, Steve.
Yeah.
O'Neal again. And this time he gets a couple.
Steve Hull, number
Hull and then
31.
Warner were there to clean
Steve
that
Hull,
one up.
I guess we can say it again. Filled up the hole again, but
You can only use that one so many
time.
times.
No, that's it. I can do it one again.
Acalanes started the season with a victory over El Cerrito. In league play, they had 3 losses. And these are all pretty much what you'd figure. To Campolindo, Los Lomas, and Miramonte.
Yeah, well.
They beat the teams they had to, and they lost to the big 3.
Right.
And they ended up 7-3, and then they won the big thrilling playoff game last week at home against Kennedy of Richmond. Excuse me, Kennedy of Fremont. This is a new runner in the ball game, number 35. Zane Blackman, who lines up as a fullback, and he gets a first down. So Acalanes moving the chains.
Yes, they are, Dan. And just a little misdirection play right there. Mr. Blackman on the left-hand side of Acalanes' line.
And he's going out with an injury.
You got Ferraris on that side, and you got Deaver on that side, and Jason G on that side doing a good job, but yes, he is hurt. It looked like he got a little stinger. You ever have a stinger?
A couple of times.
Not the stinger on the rocks. I mean, the stinger when you hurt your...
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stinger.
Yes, I did in the shoulder once. It's very painful.
It is painful.
First down. Corbett to throw. Has time. Looks and throws near sideline. July with the catch and another first down.
Yeah,
that'll be marked inside Miramonte territory at the 43-yard line.
A real nice comeback pattern by July right here, Dan. Deep drop, he gets good protection. Real nice push from the outside. Thompson's a little bit late, but watch his comeback pattern. Runs a real nice pattern right there.
Matador 43 yards.
Here's another view. Steps up in the pocket, in front of Albini on the side here. Comes back. You're not going to do much with that right there. You can run that all day, and that's what they need to do.
11-yard gain, first down. Handoff O'Neal again. I think we're going to say that plenty tonight. 1-yard gain.
Big number 94 was in on that, Dan.
Higher and Thompson and Stanowski always causing havoc across that front line.
Them guys are very tough up front. This whole defense is a great defense, Miramonte. You can talk about their offense a lot, but I think their defense gets a little shortchanged down on how good these guys really are. All the way across with Higher, Thompson, Stekowski, Hull, Barrows, Ratelli, Landman, Verna, Albini, Warner, and Rodriguez.
You just wanted to see if you could do that.
Can you believe that? How many names is that? That's 11 names without.
And he didn't mess one up.
I can't believe it.
Unbelievable. 4-yard gain on second down for O'Neal. Ratelli was there as well as Albini. And it's going to bring up a third and about 6 here with 2:37 to go. First quarter, 14-0 Miramonte. Acalanes just trying to get something going, just something positive.
And Dan, what I do right here on this side of the field, I'm going on 4. I'm sorry. I'm not giving them the ball right away. I don't care. That's what I would start looking at. Sometimes I look at strategies with people, like if I played Divas out, I'd go 4th down every play on that side of the field. I would not do 3 downs.
Corbett to throw on third down, throws, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time, as Massey was guarded by Albini on the far sideline. It's going to bring up that big 4th down, and let's see what happens here, Steve.
I would go, man.
To go.
I would go. I would not give these guys the ball. They're too much rolling right now. You know, I would absolutely go. But you don't want to take too much time deciding. You got to get out there, because if you get a 5-yarder, then you got to punt. So they got to get this play off. And it's 4th. What are we looking at, Dan? It looks like 4th and 6.
4th and 6.
4th and 6. Okay.
It's actually, it looks like the 38-yard line is the spot. 2 wide receivers, far side, 1 near. They fake a handoff inside, swing pass to Massey, and there's a penalty flag on the play.
And they're going to get it for delay. Now they got to punt.
It's either a delay or an illegal formation, because they were in a different kind of set. And I don't know if they had enough guys at the line of scrimmage.
But it's going to cost them 5.
I think it's a procedure penalty.
It's a procedure. It costs them 5. Now you got to punt. You don't have a choice now. And that's too bad, because I'll tell you what, they had the right play. They had the right play picked out. Coach Thompson, that one just kills you right there. As a coach, you just, that puts gray hairs on your head. And you don't got a lot of gray hair. Have you been dyeing your hair? No? I dye mine.
You have to.
I have to.
With that kid you have at home, my God. Sater to kick. And here's Reagan again. Reagan fumbles this one. And this is inside the 10, and Reagan, luckily for Miramonte, falls on it at the 6-yard line. But for them, that just means they have to go 94 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, Dan. And, It's not like he's trying to do it. Go ahead, Dan. Here's some friends.
Roseberry Car Care in Danville, San Ramon, and Pleasanton. Thanks for helping us out here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Great car care down there. And also the San Ramon Valley Athletic Boosters. I also want to mention some other names here. We've talked a lot about Chris Carter, Pam Betancourt, Susie Harrigan, Michelle Chambers, Sue Shembry, Eunice Welsick, Lou Malmberg, and Yvonne Wright also helped out and were part of that
Thanks,
group.
folks. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
Humphrey throws. Now that was close to offensive pass interference, and I think the Acalanes coaching staff wanted that. Maybe on the replay we can see it was intended for O'Neill. Massey broke it up after Humphrey was pressured, but I think that this might have been pass interference.
Yeah, let's watch where the pressure comes from, Dan. Right here, it's going to be from his backside. You got Humphrey rolling out. No, it's right in front of him. I got to get a number. Looks like, well, here comes from the back. Number, is that 3, Daniel? And it's kind of wounded duck, and right there, I think that's a good defensive play. The offensive player turned defense. O'Neill right there. That's not a bad play at all. He just
it was very close, though.
I didn't think he touched him on the back. I think it was a good play. I think you're crazy.
Well, thank you.
Is the CIA the helicopter above us or something? I'm hearing something.
There's all kinds of stuff in my
What
ear
is
today.
going on?
I have no idea. Humphrey to throw, second down, throws, has a receiver. It's Reagan, and Reagan, a first down, and across the 20-yard line, tackled at the 24. Sater was there. I see Crichton there getting up off the pile, and also number 39. Dan Lorenzana.
Well, let's watch this. I don't know about Reagan as a punt return, but he's a great possession receiver. I'll tell you right here. He moves the chains right here, Dan. Just as a big curl in right here in the middle of the field. Real nice play. Moves the chains, and Miramonte, well.
I think it was Sater who actually brought him down. Also, I see number 40 in on that play, Mike Ballesteri.
For Acalanes to have a chance, Dan, they can't let him score here. I believe that.
Handoff to Carey. And this time, Carey only gets a couple.
Yep. He was gang tackled right there.
Yep, Lorenzana was there.
Sam Briggs, number 22, was there.
22 was on the play break, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You know, Dan, one thing about Acalanes that I found out is that they have 50 kids on the team, Dan. 38 are underclassmen.
Wow.
Okay, and 12 of them are starters, underclassmen. So they're a young team. Thompson's real excited about these guys in their future.
Humphrey to throw, rolling, outside, Briggs chasing, now Massey, and they take him out of bounds on the far sideline near the 30, and then they throw a penalty flag, and I want to see this again because I don't know, if this is a penalty, then you can never tackle anyone.
No, it's going to be right on the sidelines there, but
you tell me that if this is unsportsmanlike conduct.
You know, it's kind of like, guys, they don't need the help. Remember, we've talked about that before. You got a team like this. No, this flag should never be thrown down. I'll tell you right now.
Tell me if
I'm going
this
to
is
tell you
a
now.
personal foul.
Right now.
Okay, there's a tackle.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. That was a little bit.
That was a little late right there. And he went right for the head. Boy, there comes a couple flags.
See, on that far sideline,
live action, it didn't look that bad, but slow motion right there. A second look at it, not only would it look late, it looked like he gave a little shot, to the head. So,
like I said, I just wanted to see it.
Well, you seen it.
Okay.
The proof is in the pudding, Dan. My grandmother made some great pudding.
First down, cross the middle.
Oh,
this is O'Neill. Big yardage again inside the 40. Knocked out of bounds. Dylan was there with number 39, that's Lorenzana. And it's another first down, and they must have close to 200 yards of total offense in the first quarter.
Yeah, Dan. And right here is just look at great protection up front by that offensive line. And look at Humphreys, just gets up on them toes, feels real good about looking over that line right there. And you know what, Dan? Acalanes could be in for a long afternoon if they go down and score right here, because that's a big differential to overcome early in the first quarter, 21 points. They've only got one more play left in them.
28 seconds to go in the first quarter. Humphrey throws, has O'Neill again. O'Neill is having a huge first quarter. Another first down inside the 25 at the 21-yard line. Lorenzana again there with the tackle.
Brought down by number 39.
Yeah, Lorenzana did a real good job right there, but
Lorenzana.
well, I tell you, these guys they look like they just rolled out of bed and said,
First and 10 for the Mats at the Dons 20.
Unbelievable. 158 yards passing. 7 of 8 in the first quarter, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. 14-0. Miramonte will be back with the second quarter on Comcast after this.
At Mazet, we believe in giving our customers the best selection, service, and savings. How do we do it? Dedication and teamwork.
You'll receive one-on-one personalized service when selecting your next new or used vehicle. We won't drop the ball.
Good credit, bad credit, no credit. We'll define a finance package that makes you a winner.
And our full service shop is dedicated to keeping you on the road safely and in the game.
Come be a part of our winning team.
Mazet Pontiac Cadillac, Buick, GMC Trucks, the winning team in Antioch. Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
All right, guys, hey, Miramonte has reeled off 10 straight wins. Their only loss of the season came against Pittsburgh way back in week 1. Now, since then, they've had 4 50 or more point games, and so far it's looking pretty good that they'll have another one. Their offense finished the regular season averaging over 350 yards per game, and so far it looks like the same old story for the Miramonte offense. Guys?
Yeah, 228 yards. Oh, that's a cute little guy.
Oh, now that is a cute kid.
228 yards for Miramonte to 58 in the first quarter, 14-0 on the scoreboard.
Well, Dan, this is the drive right here. They really got to suck it up somehow. They need somebody to step up.
Steps up, a screen pass to O'Neal, has some blocking. Good defensive play that time
Real
by
nice.
Massey. Stops O'Neal after about a 5-yard gain, going to bring up second down.
Yeah, Dan Massey right there, you know, Dan. And he's a sophomore, Dan, so he's going to be around quite a while.
Number 10, Dan Massey.
Well, if he's a sophomore, yeah, he will be around.
Yeah, he's going to be around for a while. And
Briggs is a sophomore, and Ballesteri's a sophomore.
Right. But he's very versatile, and Coach Thompson said he's the best athlete on the team. So
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Humphrey with over 160 yards passing already in the game. Throws, has Reagan, touchdown. And this one is a route early, Steve.
Early, Dan, yeah.
20-0.
Boy, Reagan, he ran a nice pattern right there. There's a nice shot of him. Real nice pattern. Ran a little post right there, kind of faked in
And then
to the post, and then came back to the pylons right there, and real nice pattern.
20-0 Miramonte, and they're just rolling, Steve. 248 yards of total offense, 3 touchdowns here in the first 12 minutes and 45 seconds of the ball game. And Sassano will be on to attempt another extra point. And look who's holding. Mr. Everything, O'Neal.
Oh, yeah.
The kick is up, and it's good. 21-0. Let's take another look at it. This is a beautiful pass. You give Humphrey this much time, you can forget it. It's going to be 6.
And Reagan, there he is right there. It's a good shot of him getting kudos on the sideline right there. But let's watch this route, Dan. You're going to see when this ball gets to him how open he is because the Dawn defender bit on the post. And watch how open he is. The separation is there, just over the shoulder catch, and that's very easy. And what was that all about, Daniel?
We're trying to get a replay from the scissor lift so we can see this great route by Reagan.
Okay.
Route by Reagan.
I like that. And look at the separation. Yeah, it was just a great route. He just the Dawn player bit on the post, and
3 Matadors have touchdowns. Hole, Carey, and now Reagan. 21-0.
Now,
and
Dan,
unless Acalanes scores here, I think this one is.
You know, I've noticed that we got ahead. You get really little out of hand once in a while. So please try to keep it professional tonight while we do this game.
Yeah,
if it gets really, real crazy.
That's a pot calling the kettle black.
Okay. Well. But I just want to, I want to let you know that some people said you get a little crazy when things get out of hand. So let's just try to keep this, let the kids, and, let's hope that the Dons can make a comeback and make it an entertaining game.
Sassano sends that one into the end zone. No return. And Acalanes will have to go 80 yards to try to get on the boards. Here's some of the great friends of the program here on Comcast. Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop in Antioch.
The Noax.
Mello's Heating and Air Conditioning in Oakley.
Bob and Mike Mello.
Lone Tree Golf Course.
2 of the nicest gentlemen you ever make, Pat Cade and Jack Oakley.
Batalia's Italian Food in Antioch.
Larry, thank you.
Be Creative Trophies.
Jack and Gene, thank you very much. 19 West 6th Street.
Sounds of Pinewood Studio.
Russell Lanier. Those two trees are in Alpine, Oregon.
2K Sports in downtown Anaheim.
Yeah, we want to join those guys. Are going to be joining us next year.
And Tracy Mancy and Heidi Cool, the Soul Sisters.
The Soul Sister. I'm a Soul Sister.
Your buddy Mikey Smith, I wonder if he's tuning into this one tonight, Steve.
Oh, he tunes into all of us, Dan. That's the only fan I've ever had and ever will have. Hi, Mike. He's out there in Brentwood.
O'Neill on first down short, gain about 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 with 10:58 to go second quarter. And Miramonte all over Acalanes early, 21-0.
You know, speaking of Mikey Smith, I was only a fan of mine. I'm a fan of his because you know what? It's kids like that behind the scenes that you don't know that are out here that never get the, get noticed like some of these kids, but they're a big part of the team. A lot of kids you don't get noticed.
Pitch to O'Neill on second down. Oh, great play.
Great tackle.
Steve Hull.
Yeah, Steve Hull. Kind of like at my house, Dan. I don't get noticed a whole lot, but I'm supposedly they tell me I'm a big part of the family.
The ball carrier brought down
Go ahead.
number 31.
You don't think so? I just set you right up, Dan.
No, you're not. You're really not. It's all Natalie.
Really?
Yeah.
Loss of the yard on the play.
I'll tell you what, though. I pull that wallet out, they come like doves.
just like Al Bundy.
That's me. There's a good shot of Coach Wade. He's done a great job here, considering the footsteps he followed it, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's done a real good job here. Excellent job.
Second year for Coach Wade here at Miramonte as the head coach. Corbett to throw. And, Steve, that was a wobbler.
And there's a flag. I think you're going to get a late hit, Dan, on the quarterback.
July is incomplete.
That was intended for July.
Yeah, you're going to get a
kind of a wounded duck.
Yeah, but it was a late hit on the quarterback. You're going to get a personal foul. It's going to move him up and move the chains.
On the play.
Let's see if we can see another look at this one on the replay.
Here it is. And right here, there's a lot of pressure. Barrows, number 47 on the outside. Nice swat move right there. And he just came in and leveled him. Yeah. It's not going to show it, but you see the flag right there. It's coming down like a parachute. We might be able to see it from our scissors lift. And watch his steps. Oh, it's going to be from the inside. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, but
the Dons are first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dons really need somebody to make a play, somebody to step up, somebody to put life into this offense.
First down after the penalty at the 39, 21-0 Miramonte here in the second quarter. Corbett to throw, deep drop, throws far sideline over the head of Massey at the 48-yard line. Albini was there with coverage. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, just a little out pattern, Dan, about 15 yards at the field. He was there, just overthrew him.
Steve, while we have an opportunity, the Acalanes coaching staff, Ron Thompson in his 4th year, who's the head coach of Las Lomas for 2 years,
yes,
and good friends with the coaching staff there. Roger Fernando, Randy Takahashi, Ron Martin. Now, some of these guys, he told me, George, I don't know his last name. His name is George A. Acopoulos, okay. Ron Rissi, Ken Major, and then Cass, the coach. Didn't know his last name.
Mulholland.
Okay, he said Cass, the coach.
Cass Mulholland. Want to thank them for putting their time in with the kids.
And Ray Morris is the JV coach as O'Neill runs. A good run this time for O'Neill.
Boy, look at that.
Down.
It's like Lanham's there, but Beanie was there, but every time he gets the ball, there's like 5 or 6 guys around him. That's the kind of runner he is. I mean, he's just big, strong upper body.
Well, you made a good point. He usually doesn't go down the first time he hits it. Usually takes 2 or 3 guys to hit him and knock him off his feet.
And Dan, what he's got going for him, he's got big calves, big hams, and big quads.
Oh, and you know that.
Yes.
You took you went
because
over and
every good running back has got hams, quads, and calves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And here is the man with big quads and hams and calves.
And he's going to move the chains.
And he moves the chains with a first down out to the 49-yard line.
And those quads and those calves and those hams help do that.
That's right.
Look at him. Look at him. See the right there, his feet. That's a calf. And the big ham bones in the front, and the big quads in the back.
You know all about ham bones.
I know about ham bone, Kingfish.
At the 49-yard line.
You know, Jackson is sick, and he's in the booth. I've never seen him look better. I mean, the poor guy shows up here. He's 107, sicker than a dog.
150, and he's got to deal with me and you.
Yeah, and he's got that jamboree thing coming up, that West Coast thing. We got to talk about that. What a great job he does on that.
Corbett throws. This is into coverage in July between 2 Matador defenders. Yep. Tips it away. That was Verna and Warner.
Verna and Warner, nice coverage. But July almost did to make a nice adjustment on that, Dan. That was a pretty nice throw right there. by Corbett.
Stat-wise for Acalanes, Corbett just 2 of 7 for 18. O'Neal has 48 yards rushing.
Well, he gets some protection, Dan, right here. And look at him fling the ball right here. Pretty nice throw right here. He just kind of hangs it up. Watch July. July almost makes a fingertip catch right there. And I'll tell you what, if he'd have caught that, he'd have been gone.
That's one of Steve's favorite names. Believe me, folks, it's not spelled the way it's pronounced, Phil July.
But I can remember the month because that's when my daughter was born, Ginny.
Second down, short carry this time for O'Neal. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. And Acalanes, this has happened to him now. They've got a couple first downs.
Right.
Couple first downs, get a penalty, have to punt.
Right.
Couple first downs, get a penalty, have to punt. There's Coach Wade and Taylor Humphrey, and he's going, you know, God, you think maybe you can stay another year?
He's going, you know, is that birth certificate for, I mean, is it legit?
Do you really have to go?
Yeah. You know, I got a call last night from...
Gain of 1, 3rd and 9. O'Neal single back. Play action. Throw a swing pass out to Massey, and a great play by Zach Landman. Brings down Massey for no gain. It's going to bring up 4th down once again in a punting situation.
Yeah, Dan, and they're going to have to punt it right here. This was the play they called, the same play they called when they were offsides. But O'Lanham, he smelt that out like a Jack Russell smelling out a piece of turkey.
Or Steve Sanchez smelling a piece of turkey. I understand you ate all the drumsticks last night.
I was like Ringo Starr. I was pounding them things, taking a bite.
Sater to punt. This time Carey is back to take it. Oh, and I don't know what Crichton was doing.
Well, I'll tell you what he was doing.
I don't know what that was, but that was about as much of pass or punt interference as you're ever going to see.
But you know what? I'm the kind of guy when you're down 21, they should be able to do things like that, I think.
That should be legal.
That should be legal. Let's let him get back in the game somehow. No, that right there, that was...
the only thing is it's a very dangerous
like when,
play.
You know, when Ruby shot Oswald, it's pretty obvious.
It wasn't as much dispute on that one than the one a couple days before.
Who did it? Well, the guy with the little hat. That guy with the white hat did it right there.
Yeah, he just ran right over Carey.
Yep. Kind of an assassination. But now what can these guys be talking about?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
this is probably the easiest call I've ever seen.
What are you thinking? Applebee's, or can we afford claim jumpers? Can we wait that long, guys? Why don't we go have a couple cocktails and
speaking of a couple of guys that need a cocktail.
We do look like those guys on up on the balcony on you used to always call us on Muppets. The old men in the balcony? No? You never said that?
I don't know if I did or not.
Dang. What quarter are we in?
It's the second quarter. It's 21-0.
I'll try, Dan.
We've had, you know, Steve, you got to figure in our last, okay, let's go back to the Pittsburgh game.
Okay.
And then the Clayton Valley game.
Okay.
So in the last 10 quarters, it's 137-33, good guys versus the other teams.
Who picks these games?
Pittsburgh 63-27, Clayton Valley 53-6, Miramonte 21-0.
Want a Listerine pocket?
Thank you.
Okay. These are very nice. I like those things.
They're especially nice for you.
Well, I always take them. You never know when my wife...
you're learning, too. You can put one of these Listerine things in your mouth and still talk.
Still talk, yeah.
Not like the day you came up here with a Reese cup and tried to do color.
Dan, you know what? You hope for the Acalanes' sake that they're able to, you know, put a defensive stop up here, Dan, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're discussing, but whatever. But all I'm saying is that I hope these guys can put a defensive stand up because you know what? They're a bunch of great kids. They've had a great season. They got it handed to them pretty good the first time against these guys. And, you know, the one thing about the Dons is Coach Thompson told me, he goes, we are very young. We got a great future, you know what I mean? So look for them next year to really, really...
well, Miramonte is going to lose a lot of players. The only junior starter on offense is Michael Carey, the center.
Yeah.
The only junior starter on defense is nobody. But that means one guy's coming back.
That's right.
Alberto's Cantina, 435 Main Street, downtown Pleasanton. Voted 8 years consecutively best Mexican food down there in the Tri-Valley area, 462-2316.
Alberto Duran, we want to thank you.
19th hole casino in Antioch, Texas Hold'em, Super Action, Blackjack, Lowball, many more. No truth to the rumor you went from Clayton Valley High School to 19th hole last week and avoided our game.
Well, I did, and I didn't do the Texas Hold'em. I didn't do the Super Action, Blackjack, or Lowball, but I did many more.
You know, I don't know what is the delay here. Why? Now, the only thing I can think of is maybe they thought that there is a rule. I think it's in college. You can eject a guy for that play. Legitimately running over
They're going to re-kick, Dan. They're going to do it all over.
Why would they? What is this?
I have no idea.
I don't understand this.
We need to have the ref mic'd.
Well, for this one.
He'd turn around, he'd go like this. We screwed up. That's all I can think.
It's just a weird one. I mean, that was pretty obvious, unless there was offsetting penalties, which I haven't seen a call from him. I haven't even seen the call on the original penalty.
No, Dan, but you know what? We've had this time to bond together. And that was
it was very good bonding.
It was very good bonding. And
say hi to everyone out there. My lovely wife, Selena, home watching the game
Natalie,
tonight.
we love our wives. And you know what? The thing is that it's going to be a long night, Dan, for me and you.
It'll be 4th and 23 for the Dons.
Okay, you understand? Because Miramonte hadn't received it, it's a kicking penalty. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Not at all. So they have to kick it over, and now, Steve, for the first time tonight, 4th in the Caldecott tunnel.
Yes, it is.
And it took them about as long as it takes to get through the Caldecott tunnel to figure out the call.
That's true.
So Sater will kick again. And now Carey is at the 35-yard line to receive it.
Another high snap, back-to-back high snaps.
Well, you're getting good at this. Nice kick. Wow. Wow, what a bounce it takes.
And we get another flag over here on the side, Dan. I think what you're going to get is Miramonte with a hold on the outside.
It's down at the 19-yard line. I think if I was Acalanes, I would take that.
18-yard line.
Well, there's a Matt fan right there. She's got no mats on her cheeks. That's a true fan right there. Oh, she's a trainer. That's right. I talked to her before the game. She's a water girl, and she's a big booster. Let's see what we got. Legal hands, Miramonte.
Right. And I would, and that's going to take them back from where it was down. So they're going to have to start near the 10-yard line with 7:08 to go. So these last two exciting punts have taken about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it really has, Dan. And you know, like I was here you go, Dan.
Thanks to the Monte Vista varsity cheerleaders for their support of the Comcast Game of the Week. And you know, that's only about half of the Liberty cheerleaders.
That's right. And you know, the reason we keep showing this, Dan, is that they helped us out to put on their game. And we were low on funds, and anybody else wants to help us put a playoff game on, send us some money.
Some more great friends there, and we'll have more throughout the game. Carey on first down, has some yardage outside, makes a great move, and he's knocked out of bounds near the 30 by Kyle Sater.
Yeah, Dan, it's almost unfair. This guy's like, he's just head over heels faster than anybody on the field. You can tell it when he gets the ball, his explosiveness. And let's watch this right here. Let's watch 31 hole. Look at this block.
Oh, he's a great
He's
player.
a great blocker. And watch his stiff arm right here. Watch this right here. If we can get it on the side. Dump. That happened up the field right there. Real nice little herky jerk. Picks up about another 6 yards. But, Dan, you'd like to see Acalanes come up with a hold right here because they're a bunch of good kids. And, you know, you don't want to see too much of a route.
Humphrey to throw. Throws a little swing pass to Carey. Carey making moves, breaking tackles, still on his feet.
Yep.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
Now, I'll tell you what
Massey was there to make the tackle.
Massey was there. I'll tell you what that reminds me of right there. Mo Drew last year. That's what Mo Drew with the big green machine now at UCLA would do. He was one of the best running backs on making people miss when he got the ball. And here's little Mr. Carey. Watch this. He goes, nope. Nice knowing you. Got to go. Yep. Nice meeting you. How are the kids? Got to go. How's your girlfriend doing? Got to go. Right there.
You know what? That was actually another defender who made that tackle.
Yep.
But Massey was in the vicinity. Second down. Humphrey throws deep, has a receiver far sideline.
Boy, I tell you what, I've never seen a more impressive incompletion in my life.
Cal Stevens was the receiver.
Here you go, Dan.
Here's the rest of the friends. It's just chaos right now. There's friends and punts and penalties and flags.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
There's our great friends. I'm just going to let you read them.
Okay, there's Double View Forest. There's Images of 3 Hair Salon. The Quilting Queens. They just got off tour. There's a Matchmaker Restaurant. No Name Pizza. Jim's Auto Body. State Farm Insurance. Jim and Carol. Go see them on 2nd Street. Charter Funding Incorporated. You know who that is. That's Greg Myers' wife.
Yes.
Mary Marie Salon. Rock Bottom Records. Rick Armstrong went and talked to him today. Got that new Roy Orbison album just released.
Antioch Opticians and the dentists are good friends. Here's Carey on third down, trying to get a first down, and he does. He just picked through his way. Gets the first down. Briggs was over there to make the tackle with Massey, but Carey and the Matadors are having their way here in the first half.
Yeah, let's watch it. Let's watch 31. Let's isolate on 31. Let's see what he does right here, Steve Hull. Well, there's nobody to block. Everybody else is blocking people. He's just out there leading the charge. Yeah, he's just like, it's a runaway freight train, and he's just in front of it saying, come on, go this way.
It was like Bobby Lyle back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for supporting the Comcast Game of the Week. As Humphrey throws on first down to Hull, and Hull has another first down, breaks a tackle, stumbles, falls at the 41-yard line. So Miramonte have they really done anything wrong in this game? A couple of penalties, maybe that's about it. A couple of muff punts, but they got the ball back. They've just had their way, close to 300 yards of total offense.
And Dan, behind every good man, there's a woman who needs glasses, like my wife. But behind every good team, there's a good quarterback and a good leader and a good field general. And I tell you, I've been impressed with Humphrey from the first game we seen him last year.
That's right. I believe the first time we saw Taylor Humphrey start was against Los Lomas?
It was the first game last year.
I think it was against Los Lomas last year.
And we were just like, wow. Yeah, it was Los Lomas.
Double reverse. This is Stevens picking his way through, but he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he's hit out of bounds on the Acalanes sideline over there by number 14. And there's two number 14s. It's either Ross Albert or Nick Piper, but they have two 14s on the roster.
Well,
is this the night from the Twilight Zone?
No, Dan, I'll tell you what happened here. Okay? I'm going to tell you, Dan.
You
know, I won't.
Second and 10 for the Mets at the 42 of the Dons.
Whatever. Maybe I ain't going to tell you.
I was figuring you wouldn't. When have you ever told me anything?
It was Ross Albert or Nick Piper.
I just told you that.
Well, it was one of them guys.
He throws to Stevens again. It's incomplete. Yeah, Acalanes has about 8 guys that have the same number, too, so that's going to be fun.
Look at this protection. It finally breaks down there at the end. Yeah, just a little bit out of his reach right there. Real nice effort by Stevens.
And that's one of the first incompletions of the night for Humphrey.
Yeah.
I mean, Humphrey's only thrown a couple here. He's got to be close to 200 yards. If I could sneak in here, I can tell you, Steve, that he's 11 of 14 for 192.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, and there's a penalty on the play.
And they're going to move them back. And this is going to make it second down in Santa Clara.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Second and 23.
And here comes that old punt muffer, Reagan.
The punt muffer.
The punt muffer. But he goes, yeah, I may muff a punt, but I can move the chains.
And I can run faster than
and I can score touchdowns. That's right. He probably beat me up if he catches me too.
Humphrey to throw. Has time. Now scrambling. Gets a block. Throws. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Massey.
Yep.
And he's knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
And I'll tell you what,
that is Humphrey who made the tackle.
Yeah, and you know what, Dan? So that goes to show you right there that, Humphrey takes these stuff very seriously. But I'll tell you right there, there's a good shot of Acalanes'. Let's watch a highlight right here, Dan. It all starts with pressure. It's a delayed blitz right there. Number 64, Dan, for Acalanes is the guy who makes him get out of the pocket.
Boudreaux.
And right here, he tries to do a touch pass to Carey, and it just floats on him. And right here, Massey does a real good job. First real big positive thing that happened for the Dons. Let's see if they can't cash in, Dan.
The ball is spotted at the 34-yard line. Corbett on first down. Play action. Throws. Steve, that was a wobbler.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you, he had some pressure, and I'll tell you what happened is he thought that July was going to break the route off, and he didn't.
He thought he was going to zig when he zagged.
Thank you.
You're saying.
Let's watch this interception right here again, Dan. We're going to go back to the play before. Here he is. See the touch pass? He was open, but he just overthrew him right there. And right there, Massey right there just...
By the way, while I have just this quick break, I want to point out that the San Jose, and let me rephrase this.
Okay.
The first place San Jose Sharks won earlier today. I just had to bring that up because you guys were ripping on me earlier this year.
Oh, I wasn't ripping on you. I don't really care. How's that? I'm more interested in the SaberCats.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, my God.
I just had to
Dan,
bring
you know
that
what?
up.
That's the love of your life. What happened on that play?
O'Neal ran and he got tackled.
How many yards did he get down?
3.
What's the down?
3rd and 7.
Is it still 21-0?
Yeah.
And we're still in the second quarter?
Did you get into your thermos?
I just don't know what happened here.
Did I threw you off with just saying the Sharks are in first place and you almost passed out?
You
What
threw
happened?
hockey on me. You are a hockey puck.
3rd and 7. Corbett to throw. Has time. Throws over the middle.
Nice.
Has a receiver. It's number 9, John McGlynn, the tight end, and they have a first down at the 21-yard line with 3:22 to go. You know, Steve, they could score here. It's only a 2-touchdown game near halftime.
Well, Dan, let me tell you something right here. If they score here, and there's a real nice catch by, is it McGlynn, Dan?
McGlynn.
McGlynn, I'm sorry, it is McGlynn. He's a 6'3", 195-pound senior from Lafayette.
As are most of the Dons. O'Neal, about 3 on first down. That's true. Some could live in Walnut Creek, pointed out. Landman made the tackle. But they're in the Lafayette area.
Yeah. And I'm not talking Lafayette, Indiana. I'm talking right here, Lafayette.
God, you're real good. It must have been the extra helping of stuffing you had last night, or the 6 extra helpings of stuffing you ate last night.
And that's right. Acalanes is going to get a new field next year, Dan.
Acalanes already has a new field.
Okay, like I said, they're going to play on that new field they got.
They played on it this year too.
How come we didn't do no games over there?
Oh, just the way the schedule falls. We'll be there next year.
All right.
O'Neal again, and wow, who was that came flying in there? Was that Warner?
Yeah, that was Warner.
And a bunch of green-clad matadors. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now here's the story next year, Steve. Campolindo and Los Lomas are going to tear down their fields.
Okay.
So Campolindo is going to play their home games here at Miramonte.
All right.
And next year when Campolindo plays Miramonte, Campolindo will be the home team on Miramonte's own home field against Miramonte.
Okay.
Did you follow that?
Yeah, so they'll be over here and Miramonte will be the other side.
And then Los Lomas will play at Acalanes next year, and they will also play there, but Acalanes will be the home team. So, we might have one of those games for you. Timeout on the field.
You know what's weird about that? I understood exactly what you just said. Wow. And
here's that pile.
That looks like there's a face mask right there, Dan. You look at the hand right there. I don't know if a flag came in or not. That was Albini on it. I don't think we got a flag. So it's third
and 7 at the 18, 2:06 to go. The Comcast Game of the Week is brought to you by Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek, Contra Costa Clean Water Program, Mr. Funnelhead, Mazay Pontiac in Pittsburgh, ParamountTechnology.com, Brendan Theaters, S&S Import Service in Antioch, Caltech Pest Management, the Williams Company, and Steve wants to say hi to the cheerleaders.
Well, there's hi to Ronita McCree. She's the
is this Miramonte?
The coach, Miramonte's, yeah. And I spent time with Emily DeBrona and Jenny Johnson and how do you say that name, Dan?
It looks like Emeka.
Emeka Elkin. And them nice girls.
E.E.
Yeah. Did we show the Acalanes cheerleaders before the game?
I thought we took some film of them.
Okay, we'll show them a little bit later. I got some information on Acalanes cheerleaders.
Corbett to throw to the end zone. Oh, July touchdown! What a play!
And what a catch by July.
He just threw up a jump ball.
You know what it looked like? It looked like he took it off the helmet of the defender. I don't know, Dan. I can't, I don't even know who you are. But I could tell you across, I'm going to see the replay on this. And you know what? As much as they've been dominated, you hit that right on the head, Dan. If they get it here and go in 21-6, Thompson's got to be happy as a squirrel on that factory. I mean, there's no way you should be in this game. But right now, this is very interesting.
Arnold on, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the first half. 21-7 Miramonte. Let's take another look at it. This is a great play by July.
Dan, let's watch July. He just runs a flag pattern right there. Watch this. Oh, just right over his head, reached up and picked it right off.
Over Verna.
Kind of like the same place where he caught the last touchdown he was here. Same corner.
Much different play, though.
Much different play, but the same corner. And where's all the kids who were there last year? Oh, they're all gone for Thanksgiving holiday.
It's the same day, though. That's what's killing me. July 6, 190, a senior playing in what could be his last game as an Acalanes Don on the football field.
Not if he has his say about it.
Now here's our basketball schedule, Steve. We're going to start at the West Coast Jamboree. We're going to go and do a game for Dave Jackson. We don't know where we're going to be. We're going to try to pick the best game.
I'll get to do these with you, I think, Dan.
Pretty much a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's only a couple you're going to miss.
Yeah.
But But now we've got some different games in here this year. We're going to do Monte Vista, California this year. Here's a Miramonte Acalanes doubleheader, and the boys and the girls.
Right.
Antioch at Clayton Valley. Your son's going to play at Antioch Junior Varsity this year. Here's Pittsburgh at Ignacio Valley, Northgate College Park, Miramonte Camp Lindo, and that's going to be a big one. The Blackwoods go home.
Oh, yeah.
So, actually,
they come to the Blackwoods.
They come to the Blackwoods.
Yeah, they'll be waiting. Here, go, Dan. Take the kickoff, Dan.
So there's our schedule. We might do an Antioch game there on the 24th of February.
We will. I got a big map, but we'll get it done.
Number 22, the ball carrier, that was Tristan Toole, and he takes it out to the 33-yard line.
And Marshall Nunn?
25-yard
45.
return. Here's the rest of that schedule, but we're going to have a good game of the week for you. We've already put together the baseball schedule too. It looks real nice. So after we take our break after next week, now folks, next week, more than likely we could be at DVC, and we'll have that game for you on Friday. We don't know about the Coliseum. There's a lot of political stuff that goes on. You just have to kind of wait and see what the matchups are. Could have some games for you, but if you see us next weekend, you might not see us now until the first week in January, but from that week on, including that big wrestling card we always do for Ferris Anthony, we're going to have a game on almost every weekend until the end of May.
That's great. Because you know what, Dan? Contrary to popular belief, I do like you.
Oh, thank you. Carry on first down, breaks a tackle, and then gains 6. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 with a minute 40 to go in the first quarter, and no huddle offense for the Matadors.
Yeah, that's a ton of time for these guys right here to come down and score. And I'll tell you what, that just gave them a big lift. This defense, Dons, have really got to rise to the occasion here, Dan.
Humphrey to throw. Throws over the middle. O'Neal has a first down and more. Inside the 40, tackled at the 37-yard line. Dylan was there with number 22.
Number 12, Chris O'Neal.
Sam Briggs.
What a great play that was. Watch Hull come underneath 31 here, Dan, and clear this out right here. See him coming at us? That clears it out, and that opens up the middle for O'Neal. 2 guys bite on it. Bates bites on it, and right there, that's what opens that play, is Hull coming across the pattern right there. Right here's another shot of it. Watch number 31, Dan. He's clearing it out, and look at this. A little delayed. You know what? I'll put somebody on that guy and say, if he goes to the bathroom, you go with him.
Did you mean Briggs or Bates on that play? You said Bates. Is there a Bates on that play?
Helen Bates. She plays out there.
Norman Bates.
Yeah, Norman Bates' mom.
Okay, next week, more than likely, the winner of the College Park Los Lomas game being played tonight as you're watching this game against the winner of the Clayton Valley O'Dowd game. Now, of course, and nothing against Bishop O'Dowd, but we'd like to see Joe Mortensen, who is related to someone on our crew.
That'd be Metal Matt.
Yeah, and we'd like to see him play for a 3A championship after following his career for 2 years. Well, I'd like to see it against O'Dowd, but they're from Oakland, and we don't cover that area.
And no, not only that is we don't like them. We like Clayton Valley. Let's just get down to the bottom line, Dan.
I was trying.
We're not going to sell you team. Just go down.
They said Taylor Humphrey just passed Ken Dorsey's all-time yardage record here at Miramonte. Now with the 49ers.
Was he pretty good, Dorsey?
Well, he went to Miami. I think he was like a Heisman Trophy guy, and now he's playing for the 49ers.
A professional team?
Humphrey to throw.
Look at this.
Has Reagan. And Reagan is drug out of bounds at the 32-yard line by Kyle Sater. A gain of 8, a minute 13 to go, and they're already close to field goal range for Sassano, and of course, with a minute 13 to go, touchdown range for
Humphrey. Right here, Dan, and this is why he is past Kid Dorsey, the great Kid Dorsey, I would say. Look at this form he's got. What do they feed these guys out here? Joe Montana Wheaties?
Adams, Smith, Drew Bennett. Here's a handoff to Carey, and his brother was a great player here, talking about the family ties, and he has another first down inside the 15 down to the 12. Family ties. They should make a program like that. There was one. Okay. Carey's brother is at New Mexico State. Eric Carey, he was a great running back here. We'll talk about the quarterbacks when we have a chance.
Let's watch this right here, Dan. Oh, like there. They breaks an arm tackle right there. And this is just good open field running right here. And look at that. Oh, boy, that hurts you just looking at that.
Okay, Steve. Adam Smith, Drew Bennett, Mark Guillen, Ken Dorsey, Taylor Humphrey. The first 4 all D1 quarterbacks.
And they're all Sagittariuses. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, well, now Matt threw a graphic at me.
Go ahead. But I'll get back to that thought for you. Go ahead, Dan. Do your thing.
If you would like to buy this game, and the way this one's going, I don't know if any of Steve's family wants to buy it. Call 933-626-4, $25 per tape, shipping courtesy UPS. Ask for Metal Matt.
Okay, Dan, run back with your thoughts. Smith?
I was going to say Adam Smith went to University of Kentucky, I believe, or Duke, or one of those places. Bennett went to He went to Duke. Bennett went to UCLA and now is a wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans.
Thank you.
Guillen is at the University of Miami.
Yes.
Dorsey's playing for the 49ers, was at the University of Miami. Taylor Humphrey will probably be playing somewhere on Saturdays next year.
Well,
and there's his numbers so far in
Can
today's
we
game.
keep one of these quarterbacks in the Bay Area?
It would be nice.
We just
wouldn't
want
it?
one.
Yeah, couldn't he? Well,
Can't he go to like Cal or
they never do.
Stanford or
None of them ever do.
or
All of the great quarterbacks.
Los Madonnas or something?
Los Madonnas. Yeah. If Taylor Humphrey goes to Los Madonnas, they're going to be real good next year.
Yeah.
Hand off to Carey. Makes a nice move inside. Breaks a tackle at the 5 and is taken down at the 3-yard line. At the bottom of that pile, Steve, in blue, number 19, Steve Francis.
Boy, you know, you just hear the crowd oohing and ahhing every time Carey gets the ball. Go
They're
ahead,
back
Dan.
at the line of scrimmage, and someone called a timeout there.
I think it's going to be the Dons.
Acalanes called timeout. The ball's at the 3-yard line. Look at Carey's stats. 8 carries, 97 yards and a touchdown. And we saw Humphreys just thrown for 216 yards. And the amazing thing is that Jackson can count that high.
Well, I buried this. You know, it's the last game, the next game of the year. It's just I can't pick on the guy no more. He's done a great job.
No, he does.
But watch this right here. Watch this move. Whoa! Are you kidding me?
Actually, I know Dave can count to 100 because he told me he had a 100-degree temperature the other day because he was sick.
Cal Tech Pest Management, Bobby Gonzaga, for all your pest control needs.
There's a few.
Bobby does a great job. There's some pests right there. If those are one of your kids, you got a dysfunctional kid. There's Pinewood Studio. Music production record, man. You want to go to some Elvis Presley, baby? Right there, 778-7308, man. Hustle in there. They'll record you, Daniel. And Rocco's Restaurant and Pizzeria, voted the best pizza in the East Bay. Ignacio Valley Road at Oak Grove. That's some good pizza there.
Yeah, very good
Second and
pizza.
1 for the Mats at the Don's 3-yard line.
Second and 1 from the
Rocco?
3. Miramonte trying to go by 3 touchdowns.
Look at this.
Oh, that's a great play. Number 64 shot through there, Todd Boudreaux. It was a fine Boudreaux.
Yes, it was, Dan, and I always like Boudreaux on the rocks. But look at this. You know what that was? That was a good timeout. That's what that was.
Well, that's the last timeout for Miramonte now with 29 seconds to go here in the second quarter, 21-7. If Acalanes would like to at least hold here, maybe to a field goal, they'd be down 17 going into halftime.
And you know, you'd rather see them have a field goal attempt because you feel good. Maybe they could miss it. Maybe they could shake it. Anything can happen on a field goal attempt in high school ball. You do not want to give up 7 here after your team has just responded after being down. They were on such a high right there, Dan.
Do you really want anyone to call and tell us what they think of you?
Well, you know what, Dan? I've been doing this how many years now?
4.
Either there's nobody listening or nobody cares. Okay.
How many people have called to tell us what they think, Matt? 60 have called.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 59 said that Sanchez guy's out of his mind.
Yeah.
And then Natalie was the 60th.
Yeah. And there's Ian. Ian Gillen.
From Deep Purple is Ian
No,
Gillen.
he's pointing to something. He's saying, I think the sun rises over there. But anyway, it's his first day on the job with us, and he's done a good job.
At the Don's 8-yard line.
Here we go. Loss on that last play sets Miramonte back 3rd and 6.
Look for Humphreys to sprint right over here, Dan. Like I said, pitch to Carey.
Hole in front. Carey running. He fumbled, but it was already in the end zone. Touchdown, Miramonte, an 8-yard run. And there's a flag on the play. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's against Miramonte because they don't look too happy.
Do you see that, Coach? The ref goes, interesting. All right. Is that what you're going to call? All right. What do we got? I thought he was going to roll some dice there or something.
I don't know what that was.
He was like,
Jerry Lazar, our
come
referee
on,
tonight.
7. Come on, 7.
Is that Jackson? Is that a blow to the head?
Let's see what he does. Come on, 7. Lucky 7.
It's a blow to the head. Yeah. Against Miramonte, and that's
a huge one.
Oh, huge penalty. 10-yard penalty. It's going to bring up another huge 3rd down.
Let's see what we can get here on the replay. Okay. Whoa, right here, Dan. Right there on your screen. It's no.
I don't see nothing.
I don't see nothing yet.
Against Miramonte makes it
Don't see nothing yet.
3rd and 14 from the.
I don't know.
17-yard
Hey,
line.
we're not down there, Steve.
I don't know. Maybe there's somebody in the grassy knoll who's got a tape who's looking down. We can look at
Is
it
that
later.
the theme this week since it's the anniversary? Humphrey to throw. Throws. found Johnson at the 5, and I think he's going to be just short of a first down. They don't have any timeouts.
Well, they're stopping the clock to move the chains, and they shouldn't be
How can
stopping
they
the clock.
move the chains if it's not unless they gave him a first down?
No, they did not. That clock should be going.
Why is the clock stopped? You don't move the chains unless it's a first down.
The coaching staff's going crazy.
Oh, this is terrible right now.
Yeah.
Acalanes' coaching staff is on the field. There's no reason that they should have this time right now.
Nope.
No, go for it.
And now they're sending Sassano on the field, but that was a mess right there.
Yeah.
You remember the other day?
Now it's down to 13-5,
but it's stopped again. So why is it stopped? Why is the clock stopped?
We're even right now.
There's the clock. But what was administrative error they said the other day in that game in the NFL?
Yeah.
In the Seattle-Baltimore game?
Yeah.
I think this is administrative error as well.
Yeah, Pereira said, well, we screwed up.
Yeah, this is bad. I mean, this could cost Acalanes, and they're talking about it right now. But there's no reason why, folks. If you know in high school football, when you get a first down, the chains move, and the clock stops until they're set and ready to go. They have no timeouts left. Acalanes has one, but why would they burn one? They want the clock to go. I don't understand why the clock stopped here. You got to figure that this half should be over already.
That's right. They should call it. They should call the half right now. Nope, they're going to let him kick it.
I don't agree with this at all. This is really bad.
Yep.
If I was Acalanes, I might even consider a protest in this situation. And Sassano, of course, makes the field goal. Now it's 24-7. And the Acalanes coaching staff is out on the field.
Oh, sure.
They are very upset. I don't blame them. To me, that could cost them the game.
Yep.
Acalanes 7.
But you know what, Dan? Really, it's a moral victory, though.
Look at them all shaking their heads.
Yeah.
You know, they don't understand what they did. It's a moral victory for stopping them, but they shouldn't even have had to have dealt with that. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and look at it. They're just in shock. They're like, come on.
And you know what's sad about it? You don't really know. Was it the guy here running the clock? Was it the refs? Did the refs going to say? I don't know whose fault
Hold on, I'll
it is.
go ask the guy what the heck's going on here next door.
No. But, I mean, there's no reason why that clock should have stopped. They should have, they might have had enough time to run up to the line of scrimmage. But see, here's the thing.
I don't think
it would have been. No, it would have been fourth down.
That's right.
They couldn't have ran up and spiked it because they would have ran out of downs.
That's right.
So they would have had to rush the field goal unit on. They had enough time to do it. This reminds me of like the 72 Olympics with the clock and the Russians, or like that game last week, or just some of the great conspiracies of our time.
Right. Like I'm saying, I hope there's a Magruder film on the grassy knoll where we can look back on it and someday. And there's Coach Thompson. And sometimes you just got to,
will be picking off to number 11.
lick your wounds and move on. Go, this is high school ball. It is terrible. But you know what? Bad things happen to good people sometimes, Dan.
So there's 5 seconds to go, 24-7 Miramonte. The last time these two teams played, it was 34-14 at halftime Miramonte. So they're a little closer. It was 20 points last time. Now it's 17.
And now they're waiting because the ref's getting the earful still.
I don't blame them.
Oh, no. Now, if there's a God, they'll return this for a kickoff or a touchdown.
For a touchdown. I think that was number 11.
Steve Hull on
Ender Dillon.
special
and
teams.
that'll do it for the.
Oh, there's .5, Dan.
Well, the clock didn't move.
And stopped immediately by number 31.
Is Jerry Lewis running the clock up here or what? What in the heck is going on?
Man.
Well, Dan, this is Orinda. It is conservative Republican. There he is right there. There's one of them guys right there. He's waving. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, there he is. He's going, yep, I get paid big money to do this. Uh-huh.
Well, like I said, it could have been signaled from the field. It could have happened in the booth. You don't know how it happened, but
I know what happened. That guy right there on TV screwed up.
Number 35, Zane Blackman, the final play of the half. I don't know what happened. That second quarter just kind of degenerated into craziness, Steve, but it's 24-7 at halftime. Acalanes does get the ball. If they can kind of maintain some momentum here, maybe move the ball that first set of downs in the third quarter, they might have a chance in this ball.
Sure, they got a chance. They just got to regroup and try to come back out and score. Actually, they're pretty fortunate to be as close as they are, really, but considering how much they were outpaid, how many yards they gave up there.
24-7 Miramonte at halftime. We'll be back with stats and highlights after this on Comcast.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
For nearly 50 years, Mazay dealership has happily given you the friendly service and affordable prices you deserve. And with our large selection of inventory, you always have choices.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazay. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for all your support over the years. Because of you, we've become the #1 Pontiac GMC truck volume dealer in Contra Costa County. All of us at Mazay, thank you.
Come celebrate with us at Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in Antioch.
With Acalanes head coach Ron Thompson and first coach, the end of the half, why did the clock stop? I saw that you got an explanation over there. What did the officials tell you?
The clock said, the refs said when they were taking a look to see if that was a first down, they had to stop the clock. And that's why it stopped. It was to their advantage. That was their explanation to me.
It stopped at first at 17, and then they let it click down to 13, and then they stopped it again. Did they have to check whether it was a first down or not then?
The clock was running. They looked at their sheet. They said there was 29.8. They estimated in their heads how long the play took, and then that's why they went there.
Okay. As far as the Miramonte offense, your defense had trouble stopping them. Has it been X's and O's? Has it been personnel? What's been the problem there?
I think a little bit of both, and I think they're a very, very good team. I mean, they've got a great running back and a great quarterback and pretty good wide receivers. So we've got to make some adjustments in the second half, and if we don't, this game could get out of hand very quickly.
Coach, thank you very much. Miramonte offense looking real good, and a second half coming up for you here on Comcast.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
For nearly 50 years, Mazay dealership has happily given you the friendly service and affordable prices you deserve. And with our large selection of inventory, you always have choices.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazay. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for all your support over the years. Because of you, we've become the #1 Pontiac GMC truck volume dealer in Contra Costa County. All of us at Mazay, thank you.
Come celebrate with us at Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in Antioch.
Sam, what the heck are you doing? We're already late for the prom.
First of all, I'm not Sam. I'm his sister Samantha, and I'm changing the oil in my car.
Isn't that a guy's job?
No, and it saves me a lot of money.
Is there anything I can do to help without getting dirty?
Yeah, you can take this used oil and filter down to the Certified Collection Center on the corner. Or if you have curbside used oil and filter recycling, seal the oil in a properly labeled container and put the filter in a Ziploc bag and leave it on the curb with the rest of the recyclables.
Well, I'm ready to go. You look beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Wait, don't forget to use oil and filter. Whoops!
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Oil spill! Quick!
Kitty litter.
Authentic Italian atmosphere.
Rocco's Ristorante.
Room for the whole family.
Rocco's Ristorante.
Pizza, beer, sports.
Rocco's!
Great place for your next team party.
Rocco's.
The best pizza in the East Bay.
Rocco's.
Your table is always ready at Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria at the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio in Walnut Creek.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Jim's Auto Body, located on West 10th Street off Summersville Road in Antioch. Since 1962, Jim's Auto Body has been fixing and repairing cars and trucks with expert craftsmanship and service. Let Jim's Auto Body take care of your bodywork, painting, and framework at their state-of-the-art facility on 10th Street in Antioch. Mary Marie's Salon in historic downtown Antioch. Recently opened in May of 2003, This professional hairstyling, coloring, manicure, pedicure, and facial waxing salon offers your styling needs for the entire family in a relaxed, comfortable atmosphere. Tina Lucido, Tisha Johnson, and staff invite you to a unique experience at 308 G Street in downtown Antioch. The dentistry offices of Lee Keller and Daniel Burke DDS. Lee Keller and Daniel Burke have been serving East County for years with a personal commitment to their clients in uncompromising dental care with an atmosphere of comfort and experience. With state-of-the-art sterilization technique and equipment, their staff of highly trained professionals will make your every visit one you'll look forward to in the future. That's Lee Keller and Daniel Burke DDS and staff in Antioch. Matchmaker's Restaurant in Antioch. For the last 8 years, Matchmaker's Restaurant has been serving great American, Italian, and Mexican food. Owner Jess Williamson and Chef Edward Godoy serve daily specials that are as tasty as they look. Meeting place of the 40s Plus Club on Friday morning, Matchmaker's Restaurant is great food. 913 West 10th Street near the Contra Costa County Fairgrounds in Antioch. The Quilting Queens at 720 West 2nd Street in downtown Antioch, specializing in quilt fabrics, notions, quilt services, and classes. Whether you're a beginner or advanced quilter, Alexandra and Bernie will give you and your quilt that personal touch. That's the Quilting Queens on West 2nd Street in historic downtown Antioch. No Name Pizza in Antioch. With the dough made fresh daily, No Name Pizza has great tasting pizza, perfect for the team party. They also feature Italian pastas, gourmet pizzas, all in a family atmosphere. With 21 beers on tap, let No Name Pizza be your hangout this season. A great place to watch the Comcast Game of the Week. That's No Name Pizza next to Lowe's in Antioch. Charter Funding Incorporated of Antioch. With great rates still available, let Charter Funding Incorporated assist in finding the right loan for you. As a mortgage broker, Charter Funding Incorporated works with many lenders to find the best program to fit your needs. Whether it's a rate reduction, cash out, new purchase, good or bad credit, let the professionals of Charter Funding Incorporated handle all your loan details. Call today at 776-1700. Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. Check out the Brendan Theater website for great savings ideas. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
Dan Wall and Steve Sanchez back at Miramonte High School. By the way, we talked to Rusty, the clock guy.
Yeah.
He wanted us to point out, first of all, he wasn't with Jack Ruby in '63 in Dallas. He had nothing to do with the white van with OJ. And the call came from the field, he said.
Yeah, and you know what? I believe the guy. After I convicted him and hung him from a tree.
Here's the highlights of the first half.
But he's taking credit for the 3 points.
Yeah, yes, I saw that.
And right here, here's Humphrey with a deep drop right here. Look at the arm, golden arm. Really a nice adjustment right there. Is that Reagan?
That was Reagan.
Reagan, real nice adjustment. Yeah, that was when the first crack.
What
of
is
the dam
everything's
started.
Kennedy and Reagan and Bush and everything today?
Well, I was running the pattern, had to adjust myself to it. Nancy, and there's Steve Hull.
Steve Hull, first touchdown. That was a 3-yard run.
What
7
camera work, Dan? Huh? Come on.
We got great camera
This is
work
some good stuff right here. I think this is Kerry, and right here he's off to the hot tub. Hot tub! That's what he's saying, Danny.
10-yard run.
Yeah, he'll be in the hot tub.
14-0 in the first quarter. And then
Right
this is
here.
that nice pass to Reagan, right corner of the end zone.
Yeah, real nice pattern by Reagan.
And it was all Miramonte at that point, Steve.
At that point, it was all Miramonte.
And then Massey made a big interception here on this play as they flushed Humphrey out of the pocket.
Yeah, that's right. And right here, he tries to throw a little floater to Kerry out here in the flat. You can see him. And right there, it's just overthrown. And this kind of gave the Dons a little bit of life and kind of pumped up some
And the next play gave him even more life.
Yeah, it did. The next play really gave him life because watch this catch by July. Throws it to
And
the
he could have
pylon.
made this catch in June or August or September as well.
Well, actually, he made it in November. That was a nice catch by July and November, but it was a nice pattern, and they ended up getting a field goal, but there was some controversy at the end, but then again, me and you were very controversial.
Thank you. 24-7 Miramonte. Here's the stats, and they're not pretty.
The stats?
They're just about there.
There we go. Well, here we go.
See, they are 343 to 137.
Yeah.
That's incredible for one half. They're on a pace. Can you figure that out real quick? What are they on the pace for, Steve?
They're on the pace for 686 yards.
Oh my God, he got it. Unbelievable. Here's some of the individuals. Carey, 92 yards rushing for Miramonte. Humphreys threw for 216. Reception-wise, Reagan 3 for 63. O'Neill 7 catches for 100 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
For Acalanes, O'Neill has 69 yards rushing. Corbett's 4 of 11 for 61 and a touchdown. And July has 2 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. 24-7 at halftime. We'll be back with the third quarter after this on Comcast.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
Hi, Frankie. It's Christy. Do you want to come over for a swim?
Wow, I'll be right over. What are you doing, Christy?
Oh, hi, Frankie. My oil's really dirty. Will you change it for me?
I thought we were going swimming, though. I guess so.
Gee, thanks. All the stuff's in the garage, but don't make a mess, otherwise my dad will get mad.
Well, I'm done changing your oil and filter. Now I'm going to go to the certified center on the corner and recycle your oil and filter.
You don't need to go through all that trouble, Frankie. I got a much better idea of what to do with the oil and filter. My city has curbside oil and filter recycling. Just seal it up tight and put it on the curb with the other recyclables. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING for more information, or check out the website at www.funnelhead.com.
Authentic Italian atmosphere.
Rocco's Ristorante.
Room for the whole family.
Rocco's Ristorante.
Pizza, beer, sports.
Rocco's!
Great place for your next team party.
Rocco's.
The best pizza in the East Bay.
Rocco's.
Your table is always ready at Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria at the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio in Walnut Creek.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible by A&B Creative Trophies. They specialize in awards, letterman jackets, embroidery, and team trophies on West 6th Street in Antioch. Simply the best selection, price, and service. That's A&B Creative Trophies of Antioch. Mention the Comcast Game of the Week and receive 5% off your next order. Lone Tree Golf Course, Antioch's secret treasure. Built in 1934, this wonderfully scenic 18-hole golf course is a golf value. Longtime PGA golf professionals Pat Kane and Jack Oakley host many tournaments and functions and have private and group lessons. Their junior golf program is the best in Northern California and has helped many kids learn to enjoy the game. The next time you feel like teeing it up or hitting some range balls, give Lone Tree Golf Course a call. Mellows, heating, air conditioning, and sheet metal, serving the greater East Bay and beyond. Residential, commercial, and industrial, keeping the East Bay comfortable for over 26 years. Let their helpful, courteous sales staff help you with all your air and heating needs. That's Mellows, 1241 Main Street in Oakley. The New Mecca Cafe on Railroad Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh. Serving Contra Costa and beyond for over 30 years. Eat in or order it to go. Guillermo and his crew cook with pride. Battalia's Italian Restaurant, Deli, and Catering. Delicious pasta, meatballs, Parmesan dishes, and more. Specialty sandwiches like roasted eggplant, cucciadatis, and other traditional cookies. And don't forget the cannolis. Family owned and operated, that's Battalia's, Antioch's oldest Italian restaurant at 3100 Contra Loma Boulevard in the Save Mart Shopping Center. S&S Import Service on 10th Street. Specializing in your foreign car. State-of-the-art tools and equipment with friendly and helpful service. Let Randy and Mike take care of your auto repair needs. S&S will also take your used oil. Caring for our community, S&S Import Service. 806 West 10th Street in Antioch. Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. Check out the Brendan Theater website for great savings ideas. RSC Rental Service Corporation in Martinez. RSC offers a wide variety of equipment specific to the petrochemical industry, as well as the general contractor and homeowner. we deliver straight to the site and have a fully trained staff of mechanics and office personnel to fit every need. That's Rental Service Corporation, 4030 Pacheco Boulevard in Martinez. Paramount Technology of Concord, located behind Tower Records in Concord, Paramount Technology has it all. Mobile computer service calls, in-house repair, and a friendly atmosphere. Your computer wizards with expert service and products for today's and tomorrow's computer world. Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop, Northern California's largest radio-controlled racing facility behind the fairgrounds on 10th Street in Antioch. Delta RC features a well-stocked shop, world-class banked pave, oval, and on-road track, year-round, indoors in the winter, off-road racing, and one of California's last dirt oval racing programs. That's Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop in Antioch. Jim Lanter and Carol Sievers of State Farm Insurance. With a combined experience of over 31 years, they take pride in helping the client understand their coverage. They'll help you make good, sound financial decisions regarding insurance, mutual funds, banking, and home loans. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's Jim Lanter and Carol Sievers at 716 West 2nd Street in Antioch. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
All right, guys, where we're going to be next week, we're probably going to be at DVC Clayton Valley, leading Bishop O'Dowd now 14-7, and the winner of that will play the winner of College Park Los Lomas. They meet tomorrow. We'll be at DVC on Friday. Next week, we might even have a game on Saturday. Playoff football continues on Comcast.
We had an opportunity to visit with some of the Acalanes cheerleaders.
Yes, we did,
game.
Dan.
We're going to show a little clip of theirs before the kickoff here to start the second half.
And that's Karen Goldstein is the coach.
We're out to get what? A V-V-I-V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. We're out. We're out to get what? A V-V-I-V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. Last time we're out. We're out to get what? A V-V-I-V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. 1, 2. Number 1.
Well, they were a lot of fun, Dan. They were coached by Karen Goldstein, and the captain was Carrie Hall, and the co-captain was Patty Riano, I think. Riano, yeah. And Tally Carter was there, and Megan McClan, and Daniel Dotero, and Amanda Howard. And a lot of fun with them girls, and I told them, hey, come over here and do a cheer for us, and because we can't always shoot our camera. See, way over the other side, they're over there, so we had them come on over here, and, you know, that's only half the squad because it is Thanksgiving weekend, and a lot of people, as you can tell by the crowd last time, you know, we were here with these guys. It was unbelievable how many people was here, but during the Thanksgiving weekend, a lot of people go see family, and they take off, and I know Coach Wade wants to thank all the parents for leaving their kids behind to play this game.
Thanks for leaving Taylor Humphrey back so we can Taylor Humphrey and Dominic Carey so we can play tonight. In all fairness, let's try to explain the ending there, Steve. What we were told was that on the field a signal came to stop the clock. Perhaps they thought they had gotten a first down or they might measure. However, there wasn't a measurement, and then the clock ran down to what I think it was 13 seconds at that time. What the explanation that came from the field was is that they should have. That's how long it would have taken. But see, in a situation like that, that's one of those plays that have been first down, second down. You could say, yeah, they would have went and spiked it, had 13 seconds, kicked a field goal. But a high school team, with that little amount of time and no timeouts, I would have liked to have seen the fire drill it would have taken to get their field goal team out there, or if Humphrey would have tried to run another play on fourth down.
Well, and the problem about it was, Dan, not only did they not measure for the first down, which made them look pretty bad, they stopped the clock,
Rusty, the clock operator.
Rusty, the conspirator, over here. You know, he was on the grassy knoll up here with the clock.
No, he said he wasn't in Dallas that day.
Oh, okay. But anyway, he's assistant coach, Rusty, and what's his
basketball?
What's his last name? Come on, you heard it.
That I forgot.
Serrano?
No. Soprano.
Soprano. Rusty Soprano. That's who it was. I knew it was something.
No
like
wonder
that.
it was a conspiracy.
No, yeah, Rusty Soprano, and he's like, you know, the guy told me to. On the field, I seen him waving. Yeah. No, but he's a assistant basketball coach here at Miramonte. Real nice guy. And we took the heat off him, Dan, because we were blaming him. Well, I was blaming him. But actually, you just actually hit it right on the head. Exactly what happened. They kind of goofed up down there a little bit, Dan.
Well, you know, it's high school sports. It's high school football.
That's
it's high school refs. And have you ever heard our broadcast? Like, we've never made a mistake.
Oh, no, but you know what? One thing about us, I don't think we really care.
We care.
We care. We're having a good time. And you know what? The kids like us. And the parents, well,
they tolerate
us. The coaches put up with us. And our wives are glad we're gone.
That's the greatest explanation I've ever heard of this program. Sassano will kick for Miramonte. Acalanes will get the ball back. And I would have to say, Steve, at this point, they need to score right away.
Well, Dan, you know what I think needs to happen? Is I think they need to get a drive. And even if it's only 3 points, eat about 5 or 6 seconds off the clock. And you know,
5 or 6 seconds?
Or 5 or 6 minutes, excuse me. But do what Coach Thompson said. We need to keep these guys off the field.
And Sassano sends a kick somewhere down to the Safeway in Green Boulevard. And Dillon lets it go into the end zone, and Acalanes will have to go 80 yards to start the third quarter. So here we go, Steve, 24-7 Miramonte. Dave Jackson is, you know what, I think that the goal is to get Dave Jackson sick every week, and then that way we'll have no problems. No DeCambry, and Jackson sick is the perfect recipe here in the booth. You recovering from illness, and me, of course, always as normal, because I have to keep the whole thing together.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, the one thing about Jackson, he's a trooper. I took off last week. I said I couldn't do it. I commend him.
Powerhouse backfield on first down, and that went nowhere.
No.
And under the pile there is a ball carrier for Acalanes. And I think they gave the ball to Blackman. Blackman was back there in the backfield with Nunn and with O'Neill. They had 3 backs.
Yep. And 99 Justin Thompson. And Anthony Heyer, Mr. Thompson and Heyer, they were in on that play right there, Dan. And look at this kid.
If Anthony Heyer does something, were you going to sing, I want to take you higher?
I wanna take you higher.
Thank you. Okay, now next time he has to do something.
Boom, like it.
Corbett to throw. Throws a swing pass to Blackman, and that goes nowhere. Blackman fighting his way over there, but Albini and Warner came over to make the tackle. That's going to lose a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 11 here. And so far, this new formation has not paid any dividends for the
it really
Dons.
hasn't. But right here, here's a replay. It's just out in the flat.
It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Dons at their 20.
And right here, he just kind of gets abused. There's Hull. He landed, and then Warner just says, I've had enough of this mess.
They actually now mark it at the 20. 3rd and 10. Acalanes here early in the third quarter, trying to get something positive going here. They trail by 17. Corbett steps up in the pocket, throws. That was Massey double covered by Rodriguez and by number 16, Cal Albini. Incomplete, a punting situation now on 4th down.
Here's an update, Dan.
We're getting good. Yeah, we got updates. But now, see, the funny thing, of course, is watching this. Tomorrow night, everyone will know what the score was. But just to show you how keeping ourselves in tune with the game.
All right.
14-7, Clayton Valley.
You're killing me.
Trying to go to a 3A championship game. And I don't know if Clayton Valley's ever won a 3A championship game, Steve. We'll have to check on that. Sater to kick. Nice punt.
Big roll.
Yep. Nice roll down to the 42-yard line. A 38-yard punt, no return, and Miramonte will take over here with 10:21 to go, third quarter. The Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by great friends of the program, and they include Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop in Antioch, Mellows Heating and Air Conditioning in Oakley, Lone Tree Golf Course in Antioch, Battalia's Italian Food in Antioch, A&B Creative Trophies downtown Antioch, Sounds of Pinewood Studio in Antioch, 2K Sports downtown Antioch.
And why do you think we do a lot of Antioch games? Come on, folks, help us out over here.
Carry on first down. Brought down by, I believe it was Boudreaux.
Number 64.
And it was. Did we miss the Sold Sisters?
There they are.
Can't miss them.
Tracy Mancy and Heidi Cole of the Sold Sisters, Caldwell Baker, Long Tree Way in Antioch. For all your real estate needs and your houses, and well, I can't go no farther than that.
2nd and 5. Carry again. Cuts up the middle. First down. Still on his feet.
Now the ball's gone.
Acalanes has it.
You know the thing about that was, Dan? Somebody tried to strip it the first time, and they weren't successful. The second guy tried to strip it, and it was big number 8.
Well, Crichton got it. It might have been Lorenzana who stripped it.
But let's watch the first strip. There was 2 strips right here. Okay, number 11 right here. Now, see, watch him try to rip it out. Okay, he misses. And then here comes the tackle. That's just...
That was Lorenzana.
They're Lorenzana. Real nice play.
Lorenzana made the hit, frightened the recovery at the 44-yard line.
That's a good call, Dan. You got all three guys involved in that right there.
So Acalanes, and look at the field position change here. They punted from the 20. They get it at the 44. That's a plus 24 yards for them.
Yep.
First down. Corbett to throw. Sets up a screen. Oh, it's intercepted by number 9, Ratelli, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. 44 yards, John Ratelli, and that one, Steve, was just, didn't look like it was going to happen from the beginning, and he threw that right into the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, Ratelli did a real great job right there. They're going to be using him on the basketball court when he gets done playing football. That's the kind of athlete he is. But right there, who is yelling at our headset? But my God.
I already said it.
I think it's down on the sideline,
Yeah,
Steve.
it could be. But anyway, what a great feeling. There's nothing greater than that. I don't know what it feels like. I never did it. But I did in street ball one time. I intercepted one about, it was me.
Yeah, down to the light pole.
Me, the Wards, and Noax. We were out in the Medill court back in 1968, and I intercepted one and went to the telephone pole. Big moment of my life.
Sassano's kick is up and it's good. 31-7 here in the third quarter. Let's take another look at it, but this was Ratelli just reading his play all the way.
Yeah, it really is, Dan. This really got, you know, you can just smell, I mean, they had it smelled. Look at these guys backing off right here. And right there, it's just...
That was a mess right there on that sideline.
Yeah. And
you don't ever want to throw
here,
a ball
Dan,
into that.
you know where he's going, Dan? He's going right past the house into the backyard into the hot tub. That's where he's going.
You're into the hot tub.
I love what's hot tub weather, brother. Hot tub!
Here's another look at it.
Hot tub! He's gone right here, Dan.
His dad might let him get in the hot tub after that.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime that you pick off a pass like that and don't get touched, that's... You pretty much knew what was happening there. And there's John Ratelli on the sideline.
He read it like a book. He read it like a paper. He read it like you're reading me right now, which ain't very good right now. If anybody just see the look I got.
31-7, Matadors over the Dons.
What else can you read, Dan, besides a book and a paper?
Magazine.
You can read a magazine.
A letter.
A letter. Boy, you are quick. You'd be good on, I don't know what you'd be good at. You're good at what you do right now. You're not good at picking co-workers.
You can't read a roster, but that's another story entirely. And this kick goes in the end zone. So, once again, Acalanes, so they had the ball at the 20. They punted it away. Right. A couple plays, they get the fumble, the 44, throw the interception, now they're back at the 20.
Yep. You just explained the whole first half in 5 seconds.
While we have an opportunity, Steve, Miramonte. Well, first we're going to do friends.
Okay.
They just throw stuff at me, Jackson. I don't know what's coming at it. Diablo View Florist, Images of 3 Hair Salon, The Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body.
No.
And after this play, we will finish the rest of the friends here. First down at the 20-yard line. Hand off to O'Neill. Nothing there, and a big pile of green.
Lanham, number 3 on that play.
State Farm Insurance, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, where I picked up a great new record the other day.
What is it?
Lincoln Park Live.
Oh, really?
In Texas.
I went by Steve Miller today and the Grateful Dead.
Antioch Opticians.
I did.
Daniel Burke and Lee Keller, Doctors and Dentists. Is any band you listen to were they formed before like 1962?
Nope, I don't care about none of them guys.
Dr. Hogue out on Deer Valley Road, Suite 3A at 5201 Deer Valley Road in Antioch. And I wonder what's going on in that Monta Vista De La Salle game right now. Corbett to throw. Throws. He overthrew Massey, and it was almost intercepted by Verna. It's going to bring up a third down.
Yeah, you know, Dan, one thing about this game right here, regardless of the outcome, it looks like Miramonte's going to win this unless a miracle happens right here. I like Colbert. I do. I like this quarterback. I think, you know, he throws the ball pretty good. And
he's a junior.
He's a junior. He's going to be back. And this is all a learning experience for these guys. You know, it's a playoff game. It's their second playoff game, too. So that helps. All these young guys, these underclassmen who's coming back. Coach Thompson's got to feel real good about the success he's had the last couple years with this program and in the future.
He said in the paper that he wanted to prove this program wasn't a joke. There was a time when Acalanes was a joke in football.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I remember because our good friend Clay Callum went to Acalanes, and he used to laugh about the football program. Not anymore. Another interception and massive penalties. I think we're going to get a pass interference. The pass was intended for McGlynn. It was picked off, I believe, by Rodriguez, and there's more flags out here, Steve, than at the United Nations.
Yep.
There's more flags than flew into Baghdad yesterday with Bush's plane.
That's true. And number 94 is coming out. It looks like he's got a stinger, Anthony Heyer. I wanna take it high. Boom, like a, boom, like a. Right here. Let's watch it right here. And it just overshoots him. Now, Dwight Clark would have caught that. But overshoots him.
In 1981.
Yeah.
First down after the penalty was pass interference. The ball at the 36-yard line of the Dons. 8:34 to go here, third quarter. 31-7, Miramonte, who has scored 50 points 4 times or more in this season. Steve O'Neill, right side, nothing doing. Maybe a couple.
And you know,
Thompson was there.
If I was Coach Thompson at about this time, I'd say, you know what? And look at big number 99 right there. Dan, there's a good shot. Let's isolate on him.
99, Justin.
I don't believe that
Justin
Coach
Thompson was in on that
I don't
tackle.
believe they're related.
No, they're not. No, the Thompson on Miramonte and Coach Thompson on Acalanes is not related, because I guarantee you he'd be on Acalanes playing football if that was his son.
He wouldn't be going to Miramonte.
Even if there was an inch of blood, of Thompson blood in him, if he was a cousin.
Or even just lived on the same block.
Yep.
Corbett to throw.
Oh, nice defensive play right there, Dan.
Yeah, Albini was there with Rodriguez. Massey had it in his hands, and it fell incomplete.
Well, what happened is Albini, number 16, went up and kind of misdirected with his little pinky finger. The one that went wee. No, that's on the top.
You know, it's funny. This week, the names are a little bit more manageable. Last week, Albini, that would have been like just the first 2 syllables of some guy's name. Like it would have been Albini Weenie Deenie.
Albini Weenie Deenie. Wow.
There was a couple guys last week that, man.
You know what you got to be careful of, Dan? It's like the good golfer. You know, you play good with a good golfer. I don't want to bring you down. Keep doing your thing over here.
Corbett to throw, third down. This, I'll tell you, Steve, one thing that Corbett's going to have to work on in the offseason, when he throws long, the ball tends to wobble.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The thing is, on credit, or not credit his behalf, but defend him a little bit, I think he's got a little bit of pressure. I think a couple times he's been rushed, and I think a couple times his hand's been hit, Dan. And I don't know if we get it on a replay, I think he might have just got tipped right there at the line and got pushed or something. But I don't think he really had a real good, comfortable set on his release there. But they're punting again, and
Sater to kick. They're going for the block this time. Oh, look at the rush here, Steve. There's more green there than on St. Patrick's Day. And then what was that?
Well, he finally realized that the whistle wasn't blown. It was a live ball.
I want to take another look at this, but you could see this right from the get-go that they were trying to block this punt. Rodriguez came through, and he might have got a hand on it. Let's take a look at it.
Jack Landman. Oh,
that's Rodriguez right there.
Yeah.
No, he didn't get it because he was by him.
Yeah.
And then,
he kicked it with the left foot.
Man, that looked like you trying to punt. And then Landman can just run.
Yeah, he should have.
Well, you know what? It was behind the line of scrimmage, though, too. Jackson's saying it was a 6-yard punt.
Well, my God, he kicked it with the left foot. Watch this. Come on, then it was blocked. Yeah, Landman could have just took off.
First down, Matadors. Humphrey to throw, deep drop, throws, right side, Reagan, just out of the reach in front of Dillon over there, far sideline, incomplete. It's going to bring up second down.
I'll tell you what, Dan, he did the same pattern on the inside that he scored before. He's faking to the post and going to the flag, going to the corner route. Look at him, he bit again. He was wide open, same kind of separation. He just overthrew him right there. Humphrey wishes he could have that one back.
Steve, I just thought of another song you can sing too, because you're really good at this. You know, people like you were singing Found My Thrill on Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
I Want to Take You Higher. Now think about, there's a guy in Miramonte, Steve Hull.
Yeah.
What song could you sing about Steve Hull?
30 days in a hole.
Don't sing it now. He's got to make a play. You're giving away all your good lines. So
Chicago Green.
Humphrey to throw, Reagan, touchdown. Beautiful, just a post pattern right down the middle of the field.
Could you throw that ball any better? There's an 8 and a 5, and there's a football right between it.
37-7, Miramonte. 27-yard touchdown pass.
And what Coach Thompson feared is happening.
I got to look at what Mr. Jackson's writing down.
Kill me, it says.
It says 28. What did you just do to my
I don't know.
son?
I
There
might
you
have
go.
turned
You're
something down.
messing everything up here tonight. 37-7. It was a 28-yard officially on the Dave Jackson stat sheet. Reagan from Humphrey, and here's the extra point, and the kick is up, and the kick is right down to the almost to the scissor lift, and it's good. 38-7, and I think that controversy at the end of the first half doesn't matter anymore.
No, it really doesn't. But you know, Dan, as Coach Thompson, what I would do is I get the ball back. I would just say, here's a replay right here, and look at the protection. Look at that offensive line. Boy, we've seen them all year give this guy time to throw the ball. Now look at this, folks. That's what you call putting it on the money. Right there, Daniel. An 8 and a 5. 85. Here's another angle, Daniel, from our scissors lift.
244 yards for Humphrey.
And our cameraman, Cliff Clayman.
It's Joe O'Connor. No, that's actually ZZ Top.
Oh.
That's Jeremy. He's up in the scissor lift tonight.
Oh, Jeremy's up there.
They just got nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, ZZ Top. He's going to be going to the ceremony, yeah.
Is he?
Every guy with a beard that
There
long
he
gets to
is,
go. There
ZZ.
he is. See him wave. He's waving.
There the boy.
Anyone with a beard that long gets to go.
Jump off and land on your head. No, he won't do that. Oh, and there's Jerry's brother, WW. WW Top.
Here's the kick, 38-7, 7:15 to go. Sassano, another beautiful kick and no return. So not only have they gained over 400 yards, Humphrey thrown for a couple of touchdown passes. I think now he might even be up to 3 touchdown passes, thrown for 244 yards, and Carey running the ball effectively. But also Sassano has been kicking the ball very well. Purchase your copy of this game, shipping courtesy of UPS included. Call 933-626 for us for Metal Matt, and of course there will be another CC Rock. Now I was with Matt the other day as he filmed Michael Schenker over at Cadillac Ranch, a great new venue in the area for later in the early in the new year. But the CC Rock now, I believe, is, are we still Dream Theater? One more weekend, Matt? Yeah, Dream Theater for one more week, and then there'll be a new one next month, and we'll give you that one next week. Corbett to throw, first down to July. Oh, July made a nice catch in front of 2 defenders, and he falls down at the 42-yard line. First down.
Now,
excuse me, the 30. No, it's at the 42, a 22-yard gain.
It's a good call right here, Dan. And right here.
And there's a penalty flag, too, Steve.
Yeah. He goes up, and that's what July does. He is he's one of the better receivers in the area. There's no doubt about that, Dan. And they got, I talked to Coach Thompson. He goes, they got so many weapons on this team.
Uriah Heep had a great song called July Morning. Do you remember that song back in the 70s? Yeah.
No. How'd it go, Dan?
10 minutes. It was kind of a long song. Kind of a long keyboard, kind of one of those songs you used to listen to at the Fillmore when you did things you can't mention on family television.
Inagata DeVito?
Similar to that, yes.
Okay.
The penalty moves the ball to the 46-yard line. First down. Corbett to throw. He's had time, Steve, and this time he throws far sideline, July, and then over there, wow, he was manhandled by Warner and pushed out of bounds, and there was a felony and a couple misdemeanors there, but they didn't call anything.
No, they didn't call nothing over there, and you'd like to just see these Acalanes, this team right there. The coaches, you never stop coaching in a football game, Dan, and no matter what the score is, and these kids put in hard work, and they've had a good season, and, they're probably going to be in the weight room in about another 2-3 weeks, these guys.
You figure this is the game they figured the only thing they could play for is a higher seeding.
Well, I'm telling you right now, look out for the Acalanes Dons next year with all the returning underclassmen.
Corbett to throw, inside little slant, and it's off the hands of the receiver. Was intended, I think it was Doherty.
It was Doherty, number one.
And almost intercepted, but now incomplete. It's going to bring up third down, Steve. 6:36 to go. Here's a look at it.
You know what I would do right here? Yeah, I was right off his hands. What I would do right here, I think instead of, pass on every down, I'd mix it up a little bit with O'Neal just to kill some time and to give the workhorse, the guy who brought you to the dance, a little bit of work. If you start passing on every single down, being down like that, and you almost have to, but there comes a point where you got to start thinking, hey, I got to mix it up a little bit. But, they're definitely in a passing mode now.
Third down, Corbett down the middle, overthrows McGlynn, the tight end. Incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down here with 6:31 to go in the third quarter, 38-7, Miramonte. And Steve, now we're up to, in the last 3 weeks, 154 to 40.
You know what?
In our scoring for the team with the points and the team on the losing side of the agenda.
You know, Dan, one thing about Greg Corbett is that he's had a pretty good year for a junior, and he's 6'4", 175 pounds. So he'll be back. He'll probably put on some weight in the off season, and you know, and he's going to learn from all this right here. So
Sater, a nice kick. But it takes a Miramonte bounce, and it's still taking a Miramonte bounce, touched at the 40-yard line, and they finally fall on it at the 42. Well, last week he threw for 181 yards, and he had touchdown passes of 55 yards to Massey, 62 yards to July, 6 yards to July. So he had 3 touchdown passes last week.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, and there's Dr. Jeffrey Hogue, 5201 Deer Valley, Suite A. That's upstairs, folks. Take the elevator and go have him give a root canal, even if you don't need one. He's such a nice guy.
Oh, that's something I always want. There's the San Ramon Valley boosters, and once again, I want to mention them all. Chris Carter, Pam Betancourt, Susie Harrigan, Michelle Chalmers. I hope it's Chalmers. Someone could have put the wrong name. Susie Shembri, Eunice. It's WLCEK. I'm going to say Welsick, Lou Malmborg, and Yvonne Wright is on first down. Humphrey is tackled for what is going to be either a very short gain or right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up second down.
Here's a replay of it, Dan, while you were sitting there running off the names of the San Ramon Valley Boosters Club. We do want to thank them. But right here is just, there's a nice little block right there. There's a pancake, a decleat, as the kids like to say.
You're good at this, Sanchez.
Yeah. And right there, he's just, you know, pretty much in trouble. Kind of looks like, you know, me going for the last piece of turkey at my house yesterday.
Who made the tackle, though?
Yeah. My brother. My brother's pretty big.
Oh, your brother tackled you for that.
Oh, my God. My brother's about 6'4", 280.
Draw play to carry. Good block by Hole. Talk about a pancake.
Yeah.
That was an IHOP. And Carey has a first down across midfield, tackled at the 42-yard line.
You know, I want to give, what's number 22? What's Hole right here on number 22 right here, Dan?
Yeah, watch this.
Watch this right here. That's
he IHOP'd him, Steve.
Yeah, but you know what? I want to say one thing right there. You know what he did, Bates, when he got up? He patted him on the head and said, "Hey, man, that's a good block." You know, in football, that happens. You know, to see a kid do that, I like that. Go ahead, Dave.
14 and 19 for 244 for Humphrey. We'll give you carry stats after this play. That's a nice pass. That was Fred Bolitnikoff right there, folks. For those of you, that was Darryl LaMonica to Fred Bolitnikoff, that last play. Down and out to the sideline, and another first down. Here's carry stats. 12 carries, 125 yards. Reagan now, after that catch, Steve, will have 5 carries for over 100 yards. I mean, this is just stats.
You know,
are us.
You know the thing about, there's Dominic Carey. You know the stats are us. That's good. You know the thing about Bolitnikoff and State I used to love? It'd be 3rd down and 10, and everybody knew that he was going to go down 3rd and 11. He'd still do it.
And he'd still catch it.
He'd still catch it. He used to drive people cry. I used to love it.
Carey, left side. Looks like he has another first down.
Hot tub!
He's knocked out of bounds near the 10-yard line, tracked down by one of the 14s over there. It was either number 14, Ross Alpert, or number 14, Nick Piper. You take your pick.
It was number 4.
14, Ross
That wasn't 14? They don't even have a 4 on the roster, Sanchez.
I'm seeing things. We're saying unusual.
14 right there.
Yeah, here he goes. Boy, good job. Good angle for him, because Carey was off to the hot tub. And he said, nope, no hot tub for you. No soup for you. No soup.
I take it no one said no nothing for you yesterday, though, because that would have been dangerous. Now there's a whistle on the field.
They probably want him to stop the clock again. I don't know.
Rusty, the clock operator, the co-conspirator. Yeah. That was funny when he came over.
I'm looking at Rusty now through the glass over there. Yeah, he's giving us a peace sign. He'd go.
He said he heard the "Who's running the clock" Jerry Lewis comment through the glass.
Yeah, he heard that. And there they are, right there. There he is.
There's Rusty.
There's the Rusty Knoll.
The Rusty Knoll.
The Rusty Knoll.
There's the Grassy Knoll.
Look at, they turn the lights on. That's great.
Carey. Another carry. Near the goal line. It's going to be short by a couple, and it's going to bring up second down here with 4:24 to go. But yeah, Steve, you know, that's one thing we always like to try to tell the folks too. You know, we do tend to have a little bit more fun when the game gets out of hand. It has nothing to do with the thanks for messing up all my notes.
Sorry, Dave.
Has nothing to do with the fact that we're, you know, ripping on one team or taking any lesser off.
We don't rip on kids. We have fun. We don't rip on kids. And you know what? It's not easy to do, folks. It's hard. But, we try to have, keep it competitive. And we try to still mention all the kids' names who's getting involved here, who's making good plays.
Touchdown. Hole right up the middle. Here, you want to sing it? 30 days in the hole?
30 days in the hole.
Okay, that's enough of that.
No, wait, come on, I can do it. Chicago.
What are you singing?
Talking about red lemonade.
Yeah.
Dirty room and a silver spoon.
You can't even sing half of those lyrics. Yeah, Steve Marriott, you're not, Sanchez.
I couldn't carry a note with a wheelbarrow.
Sassano, whose leg has been used tonight. That's putting it kindly. The kick is good. So a 2-yard run by Hole, 45-7 here in the third quarter. That's Hole's second touchdown
right here. And let's watch this.
And Hole could have ran
to In-N-Out Burger with San Ramon. Got me a triple
animal burger
and a shake, and been back and probably still scored the fourth quarter.
You're killing me. Here's Giuseppe's Pasta and Grill, 2540 San Ramon Valley Boulevard in San Ramon, 820-8866. Give them a call. Great pasta down there in San Ramon. Roseberry Car Care. They have locations in Danville, San Ramon, and Pleasanton.
Yes, they do.
Did you know that, Steve?
And they do a very good job on your car.
Alberto's Cantina at 435 Main Street in Pleasanton. Voted 8 consecutive years the best Mexican food down there in the Tri-Valley area. And another kickoff. Now, Sassano has kicked off a number of times. He's kicked 6.
Extra points.
That kick won't. Extra
a field
points,
goal.
A field goal. He's kicked off 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
So Sassano getting a workout tonight. And they haven't been able to return a kick in the third quarter.
Eddie Bodine, thanks for getting involved, man. We'll get you in next year. Our next for basketball season. We'll get some film of 19th hole, Texas Hold'em, Super Action Blackjack, Low Ball, and many more. Right behind the post office. Now, if I had a place right behind the UPS office like that, I could be in trouble.
First down, the ball at the 20. How many times we said it's like Groundhog's Day?
Yes, it is.
Handoff. This is O'Neal. Bounces outside. Good straight arm that time, and he's knocked out of bounds by Rodriguez after a gain of 5.
Rodriguez and Warner on the side right there.
Number 26, Tony Brennan, number
Steve, we saw Miramonte in the first game against Pittsburgh. That's the last time they lost, and it doesn't look like they're going to lose here tonight.
No, let's watch O'Neal bounce to the outside. Here's a good shot. What a great career he's had at Acalanes, Dan. Let's give this kid, let's give him a little credit here. He's had a fantastic career.
20 carries, 75 yards tonight, so a workhorse once again.
Workhorse once again, but that doesn't tell the story. He's had nowhere to run. He's been running. There's been this like a swarm of green. I swear he's going to think it's St. Patrick's Day by the time he leaves here.
O'Neal again. Picks a hole. First down. O'Neal on his feet at the 40. O'Neal ran into one of his own blockers at near midfield. He's across midfield and tackled at the 45-yard line by Rodriguez, but that's the biggest gain of the night for O'Neal, and he's probably close to 100 yards now.
Well, see, Dan, just like I told you with Tom Hogs, the great ones always break at least one. You can hold him down most of the game. There's some good inside cutting, some good instincts, and he's a good running back. And, boy, look at this ground level shot right there, folks.
A 31-yard gain, 106 yards now for O'Neal in the ballgame. I'd like to see them get on the scoreboard a couple more times.
Did you hear what I said last time? I said I'd go to O'Neal a little bit more. I'll try to mix it up a little bit instead of pass every time. Thompson is listening to me.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
He is.
First down, the ball at the 45 of Miramonte. 3:16 to go, third quarter, and the whistle on the field. I think Acalanes called timeout because they did not like the formation and the look that they had here, Steve. So we'll take a timeout and talk about some of the great friends of the program. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria voted best pizza in East Bay. And, of course, they're at Ignacio Valley Road at Oak Grove.
They got my vote.
Brendan Theaters. Now, Steve, there's some new movies this week.
There's a scary one, my boy.
The Haunted Mansion.
No, there's another one. It's like 6 letters. Starts with a D.
Gothica.
Gothica. Starts with a G.
Yeah, it got ripped in the paper last week.
Yeah, well,
Elf is still out there. You can go see Elf with Will Ferrell is still around.
Caltech Pest Management, Bobby Gonzaga for all your pest control needs.
Cat in the Hat is still out there.
I'm waiting till the Cat in the Hat comes back. 756-0773. Call Bobby Gonzaga. Pinewood Studios. That's Russell Lanier. Music Productions. You guys want to be recorded? Any band or Bad Santa's a good one. Well, no, I don't know about that. He's a bad Santa.
Yeah, I like good Santas.
Tell us what you think about bad Santas or good Santas or Santa or anything you want to. And there's our beer they're bringing to us. But we want to hear from you. Yeah, bring that up here. Here you go, Dan.
933-6264. After the timeout, first down.
Give it to O'Neill.
Handoff. This is number 45, rushing for one of the first times, Marshall Nunn. And Nunn gets 3.
Number 45.
Maybe 2. Actually, the way they spotted it, he might have only got 1. But we're going to call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Now, he's no relation to Michael Nunn, is he? The heavyweight champion of the world?
No.
Second and 9.
I didn't know.
No.
Matt's 44.
Remember when I went on that relation thing for a while? You didn't like that very often. We did the Friends thing for a little bit. We did that for a couple years ago. That was fun.
Friends was fun.
Yeah.
They had like a Friends marathon last night on Thanksgiving.
Did they?
Yeah, there wasn't much else on.
Oh, yeah, but we watched it.
It was good.
Them guys are all good.
Yeah.
They're good.
I like all the Friends.
I like Joey and Russ.
Well, that's because Joey's like you.
Yeah, that's
Corbett to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a play by Rodriguez at the 37-yard line.
Yep.
He stepped in front of Doherty.
Yep.
Peter Doherty is intercepted by Daniel Rodriguez.
Sorry, Dan. Let's watch it right here, Dan.
Matadors will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
And a little bit under pressure.
Oh, that's just a great play.
That's a great play. And you know what? Ooh, it almost hit the ground, but no, you got to give that to him. That's a good play.
So Miramonte, that's a second interception here in the third quarter. 2:31 to go, 45-7. You got to think that at the fourth quarter we might see the reserves.
Yeah.
Carey. A couple.
Briggs in on it, number 22.
And Boudreaux.
And Boudreaux.
Boudreaux. Like Lou Boudreaux.
Boudreaux. Okay.
There's always one that throws you.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting a little punch drunk up here, though. I don't know what's wrong.
You need a Boudreaux
on the rocks.
On the rocks.
That's right. Shabaniani, I liked him. Shabaniani from San Ramon Valley. He was a good drink or a good player.
And Saka Fafidi.
Saka Fafidi. I still can't say that.
They play tomorrow night. Humphrey to throw on second down.
He's
pressured. Gets out of pressure. Throws. What a play. Reagan across the 40. And tackled at the 35-yard line. I'll tell you
right, the Arizona Cardinals will take Humphrey right now. I'm telling you right now, they'll just say, get him on a plane, our train, our
so he's going to play at
a car, ship him UPS, get him down here to the desert. We'll take him.
He's going to play.
He will play Sunday.
Next Saturday in the championship game. Next Sunday, he'll be on the Arizona Cardinals.
That's right. They'll take him right now.
And that great play doesn't count after all that.
Now look at this, folks. This is something that either you got it or you don't. You don't teach this. This is just presence in the pocket. This is leadership. This is, that's a jump pass.
Reagan, look at this cut by Reagan.
And where did this Reagan kid come from? I mean, I don't even remember him last game. Was he here last game?
He's been the starter, and look at this. He's been the starter in all 3 games we've done this year. Colin Reagan.
Was I with you doing this?
Yes.
Jeez.
Cal Stevens, Colin Reagan, Chris O'Neill. There's 3 C's. Colin, Chris, and Cal. Come on. But after the penalty, it's 2nd and 23, or second and in-and-out burger, as Steve likes to say. O'Neill.
And there's another guy with a future, number 12.
Well, he's a senior, though, so his future will be somewhere.
He's got a future.
With a state after it or a university after it.
I don't care if he's on life support. He's got a future, that guy.
See, we didn't mention the coaching staff, so we're going to John Wade, Luke Bodwin, Sanjay Lau, George Crowell, I think it's Robert Au.
Who?
Jeff Kellum, Rich Tukowski, the father, Travis White, Matt Hudson's the JV coach, and of course Vince Delaquila or Delaquila. You think you have problems with names? That's the one name I could never get right. I just call him Big Coach Vince. He's the athletic director.
Give me a cheese on that deal.
Is that the first punt of the game? You know, the scoreboard on the last play said 2nd and 23. It was actually 3rd and 23, and that was Sassano's first kick. This is Dillon, and Dillon takes it and returns it to the 33-yard line. That's the first punt of the night for Miramonte.
And it was a beautiful one, too. He really put some good foot into it.
Sassano He's been one of the great players of the game tonight.
Well, you know
all
what?
his kicking.
This is just a loaded, talented team, Dan. I mean, at this level, these guys
As a matter of fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that right now I'm going to give him my player of the game because the kickers never get it. And if you can give it to Mikey out in Liberty for being your fan, I'm going to give it to the guy because he's had a great game. They haven't returned any kicks.
Okay.
He punted. He kicked a field goal, 7 extra points. And we need some people to join the Game of the Week team, increase viewer awareness of your business. Call 933-6264. You ask for Metal Matt, who's probably mixing up a CC Rock. Who's CC Rock next month, Matt?
Hey, you know what? But let me tell you this
Hasn't
about
figured
this.
it out yet.
Let me touch this a little bit, folks. If you like watching the Game of the Week, what we do, all we're looking for is some support to be able to put these on, and we'll advertise your business. You've seen us doing it for years. We're just trying to get people on this side of the hill to help support to put these kids on. Get a hold of Metal Matt. He ain't doing nothing anyway.
Corbett, slant pattern inside Doherty. First down, gain of 13. We're starting to see some new numbers here, Steve. I got to consult the roster.
Okay.
Sean White and Andy Cruz made the tackle.
You know what I like about this? We get some kids missing some kids who might not have got in if it was a close game, so that's fun. Look at Doherty. Reach up and get it. Right down the middle of the seam right there.
First and 10 at the...
That might be, or this will be probably the last play of the third quarter. 45-7 Miramonte. And Miramonte will review some of the scores in the fourth quarter of their games this year. But there's movement on the right side. That was Deemer, and it's going to be a procedure penalty with 7 seconds to go. Steve, while I have the opportunity, Miramonte has scored 21, 55, 31, 28, 59, 38, 17 against Campo. They gave him a heck of a game here. We did that one, and they might see him next week at the Coliseum. 28, 57, 49, and 59 this year. 441 to 130.
Wow.
And with tonight's game, that's 486 to 137. If next week they could go over 500 points
for a season
for 13 games,
which averages out to 43.7 points a game. I'm good at this. I'm like Rain Man. I can do that kind of stuff.
The clock is ran down to 0.
Okay.
But they're going to let him run one play, I think.
What is with this guy next door?
Jay Lewis on the clock. After the penalty, no gain on that first down run. That's the end of the third quarter. 45-7 Miramonte over Acalanes. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on Comcast.
Let's get focused.
Great Mexican food.
Your table is always ready at Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria at the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio in Walnut Creek.
All right, guys, we talked about the Matt offense, but what about their defense? They stopped the run, intercepted 3 passes, and scored a touchdown. They're really getting it done today. It's been a complete team effort. And about that playoff loss to Acalanes last year, right now, it's a distant memory. Let's go back upstairs.
Yeah, I think last year it was a little bit more competitive. Last year in the season was 24-7, and then 14-10 in the playoffs. Acalanes won. This year, Miramonte has really turned into it just to be another powerhouse. You take away that Pittsburgh game, they would have been undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just madness going on. Is there madness in your headset too, Steve? Are you hearing all this? I knew you were screaming earlier tonight about.
No, yeah, there is. There's some static going on. I think Massey's quarterbacking down, number 10, Dan. I could be wrong, but I thought number 10 just ran the option right there.
Yep, it is Massey. He's the quarterback. So we're going to see all kinds of new players in the ball game.
They're going to try some different stuff, and there's just no knock on Greg Corbett.
Massey's a sophomore, so you got to figure that he'll be the quarterback in 2 years.
Yeah.
Unless he can beat out Corbett next year for the starting position. Massey to throw, chased out of the pocket. Now this is something that he can probably do better than Corbett. And Massey's over midfield. Now he's down at the 30, and he's out of bounds at the 20, and that could be a penalty, and it is on number 11, Tom Warner. And Massey looks like he might be hurt.
Bound by number 11, Tom Warner. A flag on the play.
Yeah.
Now Massey looks like he's got a little bit more mobility than Corbett did. You could see here.
Well, let's watch this right here. This is Cordell Stewart all the way, and he's in trouble.
Same number.
Same number. And well, Dan, come on. What do you think I'm touching on? But right here, he's off to the races right here. He's taking a hot tub, but he's not going to get to the hot tub. And now he's going to get a hot tub. He's going to get a hot rub. and right here, this is going to be, folks, this is going to be a personal foul in any league right there. And even though he tried to let up, but he got hit pretty good right there. You know, one thing, Dan, I touched on it earlier, but you know, you can't get away from this, and you can't hide the fact.
You want to say something else before this play?
No, go ahead. I'll get it right after this. I'll get my thought right here. I don't want to end this right here.
None in motion. First down after the penalty. Pitch to O'Neal. And O'Neal goes outside, and he's tackled at the 5-yard line.
Real nice run, though. But, Dan, I mean, they have 50 guys suited up today, and 38 are sophomores, juniors, underclassmen who are going to come back out of the 50 on the roster, okay? And 12 of them are starters.
There's Coach Thompson.
Okay? And 4 of them are sophomore starters.
Yes.
So think of that, okay, folks? So
and one of them's Massey, who starts on defense.
Right. So he's got a very bright future at Acalanes. These kids have got a bright future, and, you know, I don't think Lafayette's in a whole lot of trouble in their tax bracket either.
O'Neal, just to make another positive note out of everything.
Even though, I mean,
O'Neal down to the 1-yard line. Okay, Steve, you wanted to mention some names. I'm trying to get some numbers. Hull's still in the game, but I did see number 5 for the first time, Reed Kelly, in there in that pile. And Zach Landman's still out there. So mention some names of the Matadors, and this is their last ever game here, some of the seniors at Miramonte on this field.
There's a quarterback coach right there, Dan.
Roger Fernando.
Roger Fernando talking to Massey, saying, hey, Massey, just you are coming back next year. You're not moving or nothing, are you? You are going to stay over there on Lafayette Boulevard, right?
Third down. O'Neal.
There we go.
Touchdown.
Yep.
So O'Neal goes in a 1-yard run with 10:04 to go in the ball game, 45-13. So that's good for Acalanes.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's
scoreboard.
You give them, you know, it's always uplifting as a team to get in there. You know, you don't want to be humiliated too bad out here, Dan. And you know what? I mean, it's just this is a very powerful, potent team. It really is. And you know, but I can't allude enough how I'm looking forward to watching Acalanes next year. I really am. I'm going to see how they turn out, and should be a lot of fun. I think we got Carey's brother down here.
I think that is Eric Carey.
That is Eric Carey. I can tell by looking at him.
Now this is a jailbreak, as the snap was fumbled and then the pass incomplete, so that point is not good.
That was about effective as a Jamaican bobsled team back in 93.
Didn't they win a medal?
No, they fell. They slid upside down on their heads.
Oh, okay.
And right there, there's
not in the movie, though.
No. There's a real good block by number 79, John. Your name ain't John, is it? On Acalanes. Or
Jason G.
Jason G. right there. Let's watch big number 79. Look at that. Look at that right side of that line just collapse. Good job on his part. 79 just really collapsed that whole side.
45-13, 10:04 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by these great friends, Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek.
Thank you for the great pizza.
Contra Costa Clean Water Program.
Thank you for the clean water. Thank you for the Yukons and the nice cars.
ParamitTechnology.com.
Thank you for working on my computer.
Brendan Theaters.
Thank you for the popcorn and the great shows.
S&S Import Service.
Randy Scott, thank you for working on my mom's car.
Caltech Pest Management.
Bobby Gazaga, thank you for killing all the ants in my backyard.
The Williams Company.
Thank you, Cindy Williams, for all the real estate needs in the East County that you've been doing over the years.
Number 22, Kristen Poole, and number
nice shot from the scissor lift, Dan.
Very good. We have Miramonte has their own scissor lift.
And
here.
See that guy right there, Dominic Carey?
Yep.
His brother is right there.
Eric Carey, who plays at New Mexico State.
At New Mexico State.
The kick is to Carey, and Carey is still on his feet, bounces outside at the 35. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. At the 50. What is it with the hot tub
I don't know
tonight? Tackled at the 43-yard line. Good return. Does Jackson have yardage on that return?
Jackson.
That's the opposite scissor lift.
That is. We got two
dueling scissor lifts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, Jackson, he looked at me like, you expect me to count the yardage on that return?
Jackson needs to go back to Jackson.
It's a 35-yard return.
I'm going back to Jackson.
That was Johnny Cash.
That was Johnny.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Ed.
Yeah, I've never seen him in the same photo. O'Neal now the quarterback for Miramonte, running the option outside. And you got to be careful with O'Neal in their quarterback because he's your tight end next week.
Yes, he is.
Any updates from Clayton Valley? They won't answer the phone for us. There's Steve Sanchez.
Brought down by number 14, Ross Alpert, and number 11, Injured Dillon.
That's scary, thinking that.
5 in the play, but he's 2nd and 5 from the Dons.
Just,
I should have been a boxer.
Yeah, in what?
I could have been a contender.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for Miramonte. Clock running with 9:17 to go here in the 4th quarter, and a penalty flag.
Oh, let's just throw a flag. Why not? Look at Patch, number 74. How big is that guy? He's taking up the whole screen. Let's see how big he is. He's 6'1", 190. Yeah, right. That guy is 6'1", 240 at least.
Okay. So you made him feel better.
9.
It's a big kid. He's only a junior. He'll be back.
We got all the backups in, Steve. We'll try to get as many numbers as we can out there to you. O'Neal, the backup quarterback, hands off to Hole. He's not a backup.
No.
He hits the hole.
And that's all you're going to see is a lot of running from Miramonte right there. And
all kinds of guys. Boudreaux, Briggs.
Big number 6. Big number 69 for Monte Vista.
Brought down by number 64.
Monte Vista. Where am I at? For Miramonte. We don't even have a 69.
Well, Monte Vista's down the street playing the big green machine.
They got a 69 too. I can't even say the kids.
Well, Acalanes' roster is some of the numbers are out of order. You have to kind of know where they're at, Steve. It's it's high school football. It's Comcast. This is not Fox Sunday on Fox on the NFL or anything like that. We'll try the best we can.
All right.
O'Neal, an option quarterback out of Nebraska, running the option to carry. This looks like Nebraska in 1978. Johnny Rogers.
Johnny Rogers. Great name of the past. Scott Frost.
Dominic Carey, the ball carrier, run out of bounds by number 11.
Yeah, you know, it's weird, Steve. One sport that really, football, seems to be, the games seem to be more lopsided. There seems to be really big, powerful teams, and then there's a lot of, like baseball. We go out and do baseball. Baseball doesn't get that lopsided. It's like one team doesn't win every game by 20 points. Or 20 runs. It's always pretty even. Basketball can be pretty even, except for a couple of teams. But football, for some reason, this is just how it is.
That was Ender Dillon on the last play for Acalanes.
And that was a broken play, and O'Neal is tackled for a loss, and that's going to be a first down for Acalanes. They're going to take over there. Boudreaux was able to take O'Neal down behind the line of scrimmage.
And Bates, he helped out on that, number 22.
It's Briggs.
Is it Briggs?
Where are you getting Bates?
The Dons will take over on
number 22,
Sam
Briggs. Bates. Are you thinking Jackie Bates, Norman Bates, Helen Bates?
Bait my hook. I don't know. I think Jackson got me sick.
He's just kind of sitting over there. He's not bothering anyone.
I think we're going to have to call a taxi for him. Who's going to drive him home?
To get him to the car?
Jeez.
Now Corbett is back in. He looked like he was throwing across the field all the way over to Doherty, and it was broken up by Tristan Toole.
Yeah, Tristan Toole.
Dave Jackson told me that, you get a flu shot for A and B type flus. He said he's got Z.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know one thing. If we went by the graveyard, guys with shovels would be chasing after the guy. Really nice play by Toole right there. Timed it perfect. That's how you draw it up in the chalkboard room. You just say, play defense on them. When they throw the ball all there, why don't you knock it down?
Exactly.
That's how it's done, Dan.
Good job. 8:06 to play, 4th quarter. 45-13, Miramonte.
There's O'Neal. And he's just like the Energizer Bunny, huh, Dan? He just keeps going and going and going. He doesn't slow down.
Well, Miramonte wants to get that 2A championship back. They lost it last year to Los Lomas, but before that, they had won a number of them.
A number of them. And, Dan, I want to take this time right now to congratulate a friend of ours, mine and yours. Aaron Miles signed a major league contract with the Chicago White Sox yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he did. And
I hung out with his Uncle Clyde back in the day.
Yeah, and I was real good friends with his dad. Herb. Being Herb, I used to go to all the fights with Herb. Herb was a Gold Glove boxer. You know that, don't you?
I didn't know that about Herb.
Yeah.
I know he was a policeman.
Yeah, Herb was a Gold Glove boxer. And
here's a real nice tackle. And here's a new number. Now, there's two 83s. There's Joyce and Lopez. I'm going to try to pick it up on the back of his jersey, whether that's Lopez.
That's Lopez.
So that's Matt Lopez who made that catch.
And he's a senior, so that's real nice for Matt. He's getting his last game, his high school career right here. And, nice grab over the middle. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Corbett now over 100 yards on the night, 25 attempts. O'Neal with 120 on 25 carries, so he's got his 100-yard game. It looked like a broken play, but they throw a swing pass to O'Neal, and O'Neal is chased down by Toole.
The ball carrier.
And Steve, if you don't quit messing with my microphone and my box, there's going to be big trouble for you here in the booth.
Don't hurt me. And right here, here's just a little scat back. What a great athlete he is. What a great job he's really done.
And he's a great athlete, too.
What'd I say?
Athlete.
You know what? I think I better start. Look at Mr. 99. Hot dog!
Justin Thompson.
Justin
That's the guy you said would be on Acalanes if his dad was the coach.
Well, yeah.
And that tackle brought down the receiver short of the first down, O'Neal, and it's going to be Miramonte ball at the 46-yard line.
You know, Dan, there's 6:38 to go, and I'm warning everybody right now, put your kids to bed if they're watching this.
Yeah, we can't be much more subjective than we've been. And there's a fumble. And now we have another quarterback in the game. Oh, here's a name for you. Okay.
Let me try it. Can I try it?
Well, it's not that hard, but I'm just saying.
Let me look at it. Where's it at?
Andy Knickerbocker.
Well, come on.
Of the New York Knickerbockers.
Well, that's easy. Knickerbocker.
I'm just saying, you don't hear that name too much.
No, you really
guys
don't.
named Knickerbocker.
Knickerbocker was drafted by the Knickerbockers today in Kentucky.
I don't know about you, but Mike Smith's having a great time in Brentwood right now.
Oh, look at Lanham.
Wow. Lamon ahead. A first down. Gang tackled by the Dons there.
Yeah.
As per Steve's request. Looks like number 56 is there. Hemji, yes.
And number 19.
Keenan Hemji.
Number 19 was in on there, Dan, and
there's two of them, so we'll give credit to both Steve Francis and David Granlund. We don't know which one it was, but they have two number 19s.
But for the Granlund family, the Francis family, congratulations, because one of you don't belong. You get to. What am I doing? Oh, you're going to hit me. Oh, he hit me. Sorry.
God. Lamon again.
He runs pretty hard, Dan.
Yeah. And he's a senior, so he's going away too. Nice gain. Second down after a gain of about 5. So, Steve, 5:28 to go.
I got connections with a clock guy. Maybe I can get him to speed it up a little bit. Let me look at him. Let me see if I can get him to keep it running.
Mine is Sasano, the kicker, number 7. Yes, Steve. Hand off to Toole, who's now running out of the backfield for Miramonte. So we're getting all kinds of names in here, and that Tristan's a real tool, you know that?
Mm-hmm. He really is, Dan. And I'm going to point to mine, and I just want to see if you agree or not. Let me see if I... Hold on. No. Okay.
There's a replay, Steve.
Yep.
So Knickerbocker, the quarterback. Hand off to Toole again. Nice run up the middle. And Steve, I'm pretty much convinced you could run behind their line.
You know what's going on here, Dan? They're just coming at you in waves.
Waves. It's a green wave, like Tulane, a green wave.
It's just waves. They got guys on the bids going, come on, let me play. I can do that. Jeez, Hole's not that good. Carey's not that fast. I can do that stuff. It's unbelievable.
First down, the ball at the 15, 4:12 to play, 45-13. The third quarterback of the night in for Miramonte. Hand off to Toole, another huge hole, and Toole cutting his way through, breaking tackles, Toole, 15 yards, touchdown. And you're right.
I'm telling you, these guys are breaking tackles. They're breaking hearts.
Yeah, they've broken a lot of
hearts. They're breaking records. They're like, I don't know, Dan, give me a break. These guys are going crazy out here.
51-13. So, Steve, this is now the third consecutive game that we've had more than 50 points scored by the winning team. 51 tonight, and it could be 52, as my player of the game, Luke Sassano, who probably has never even been to the Brennan Theaters because he's never been the player of the game before, will get to go now because he'll be the Brennan Theaters player of the game.
Okay.
That kick is up, and the kick is good. And next week, Luke will be kicking at the same goalposts that Seabass kicks at. And there's Taylor Humphrey, who's been the player of the game many times on Comcast. So we're going to give it to some other guys tonight, and we'll let Steve's be a surprise. Here's a replay. But Toole made a nice cut here, and he made a
Cut against the grain right here. Now, here's his move right here. Boom, to the outside. Watch him switch the ball to the outside like you're supposed to do, Dan. So, and just waltzes on in.
Unbelievable. 52-13. Miramonte now on the season has scored 494 points. So if they go over 520 next week, they score 24 more points. They will average 40 points a game this season. The Miramonte Matadors. Coach Wade.
Not bad. No matter what league you're in.
Well, since this one's kind of gotten away from us and from Acalanes, so once again, we'd like to thank and say hi to all the coaches out there tonight, all the hard work they put in, all the effort they put in.
You have our mutual respect,
yes, you do. Coach Thompson on the Acalanes side of the ball and his staff, and Coach Wade on the Miramonte side of the ball and his staff. They do a lot of hard work getting these kids prepared to play every week. And next week, Steve, you know, it's amazing that after all this work, all this whole season, the way it goes, that two teams where their campuses are located about 4 miles apart could be playing for the championship at the Oakland Coliseum if Camp Alindo wins tomorrow night. Here's the kick.
And I remember at that game, you said, I think we'll see these guys again.
I did say that. Dylan returns that kick out to the 26-yard line. 3:54 to go. 39-point lead for Miramonte. Also, and you know, well, let's even, we got to thank everyone that comes out here, the referees and our sponsors. There's our great sponsors, Diablo V Florist, Images of 3 Hair Salon, Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body, State Farm Insurance, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, Antioch Opticians, Burke and Keller Doctors of Dentistry. But the referees and the chain gang and the people that work at the snack bars and the guys that run the clock, and all these people do this because they love to be around high school football.
That's it. And you know, it's that's what it's all about. You know, me and you love it. We get a bag of peanuts and a Coke for doing this, and we love doing it.
Corbett in the game, throws a pass for July, who's still in the game, and it's incomplete. So, Steve, let's go through the brackets here for everyone. More than likely, De La Salle, as much as we'd like to see Monte Vista or someone pull that big upset, you know, over there. And it's not because anyone wants to see De La Salle lose. It's just that, you know,
it'd be headlines.
It'd be a different story.
It'd be a different story.
It'd just be a different.
It'd be history.
It'd be history.
Yeah.
But more than likely, it'll be De La Salle. And who do you think's going to win tomorrow night, Foothill or Pittsburgh? Or tonight, that game will be played?
Dan, I really got to say I think Pittsburgh's peaking at the right time. And I think they're going to be tough to beat. But Sweeney does a great job with them with the Foothill team, so that should be a good one. We should go there and watch that, Dan.
Well, you said you wanted to go play in some alumni basketball game at Antioch tomorrow night.
We are. We need you. That tells you how bad we're going to be.
Now, number 62 just ran with the ball, Tony Ferraris. So now things are falling apart. Okay, so we talked about the 4A and the 3A. And what now we know. Clayton Valley wins tonight at home against Bishop O'Dowd. We will be next Friday night at DVC, Clayton Valley versus the winner of Los Lomas and College Park. And after this play, we're going to let Steve tell you who he thinks is going to win that game.
Okay.
This is another nice run, though, by O'Neill. Another big run. And as Steve said, you can hold this guy down, but he's going to break a couple of big ones.
I mean,
off.
all the great ones always do that. And I'll tell you right now, I think College Park, boy, what a great job Healy has done with them guys.
And Coach Kepler.
But the quarterback and Presley and all them guys to pull off an 8-over-1, it's unbelievable. That hardly never happens.
And so there's the final. Clayton Valley beats Bishop O'Dowd. They'll play for the 3A championship at Diablo Valley College next Friday night. We'll have that game for you next Saturday and Sunday at 7 here on Comcast. And Steve's going to make a prediction after this play. Here's O'Neill again. O'Neill, another nice run inside the 35, down inside the close to the 25, tackled at the 27-yard line.
Dan,
all right, Los Lomas and College Park.
My prediction is Los Lomas 35, College Park 14.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Okay.
And now, I think Los Lomas is going to win that game, but I give College Park.
Look at this. What a great scene.
Oh, there you go. That's the last carry for
O'Neill. He's the real deal.
He is the real deal.
How many real deals have we had on it? We had Brick of Steel. He's the real deal. We had O'Neill for Freedom. He's the real deal. And now we got O'Neill. He's the real deal. We got a lot of real deals going on out here.
That was a nice scene right there.
That was a nice scene.
This is number 35, the fullback. I believe it's Blackman, and it is, and he gets another nice gain. Let's get O'Neill's final stats in his final game for Acalanes. He'll be a Hall of Fame player for the Acalanes.
I'm going to say 153 yards.
27 carries, 175 yards tonight for O'Neill against a very good defense, and there's a penalty flag on the play.
And you know, Dan, that hug right there is out of mutual respect and out of love for the players. Because I'll tell you what, these coaches love these kids, man. To do this, to put their time in, you got to have a love for the game. You got to have a love for the kids.
You certainly don't do it for financial gain in high school.
No,
not around here.
No. Now, in Kentucky, that's a different story. We do things.
Here's Ferraris rumbling, mumbling, and stumbling.
Well, there's going to be a wake for that guy who he just ran over. And there's O'Neal, because I want to see this on the replay. And there's his mom.
You know that's his mom for sure?
No, because she's very young, as she is. Probably his sister. But I'd like to see the replay. Right there. Look, all these guys come up to shake his hand and stuff. Let's watch Big 62. And here's the late. Who is this guy? Number 20.
Wait a minute, you're killing me.
Sam Lam Hong.
Sun Lam Hong. You are killing me, Sanchez. I can't even do the game anymore. The late.
That was his. What's his name, man? Tell me his name. 21.
Sun Lam Hong. It's Sun Lam Wang. No, we're not making this stuff up. Knock it off, Sanchez. We're trying to finish the game here. Ferraris again. Ferraris
get in the end
just
zone.
Killed two more guys. Ferraris. Now this is why we're laughing, folks, because Ferraris is 5'7", 300 pounds.
No, he's not 5'7", 300.
Well, that's what it says. 5'7", 300.
I talked to the coach before it. He said he's 5'4", and he's 400.
No, 5'7", 300.
You know what he told me, Dan? No, I talked to him about that. And he told me he was 5'10", 255.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
I'm just going by the roster.
Yeah, I know the roster. I asked
but
him
he
that.
did just absolutely IHOP a guy. That's our new term. He IHOP'd a guy.
Okay.
That was Sun Lam Wang. Just stop it, Sanchez. I don't know what happened on that extra point, but it didn't look pretty. Steve, knock it off. I'm sending Steve out of here. He's going down for stats or something. Unbelievable. Here's Ferraris. I'm going to take the replay. I think Steve is left. He's left the building. You could see Ferraris. He just ran right over the entire line and got in the end zone. The extra point was good. 52-20. The late Sun Lam Wang.
Don't
knock it
see.
off.
You stop. I'm trying to get my composure. And right here, let's watch this, folks. You know, Coach Thompson goes, I should have did this a long time ago. That's what he's thinking.
Ferraris,
He should have been my man. I just ran this big. You don't even need no. Look at this guy. You know what? I think that kid is not 255, Coach. Hey, look at him. Look at him laughing. They're all having a good time. What a great shot there, you know.
It's 52-20.
Yeah, but you know what that tells you right there, Dan? That there's still kids. It's not the end of the world. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. And, you know, we can't take things too seriously over here. We really can't. Obviously, we don't. But go ahead.
Dream Theater coming up after the game on your Comcast Community Channel. That was, I got to admit, that was pretty funny.
That was funny.
The wake. He's got to be your player of the game.
Hey, Ed. Is that Andrew?
Brendan Theater's there?
Brendan Theater's Movie Magic in Concord and Pittsburgh.
The Cat in the Hat. I think The Cat in the Hat.
And that movie just got very, very bad reviews.
Well, you know what? It's probably the kind of, I don't want to take that
Probably more of a kid's movie.
Probably more of a, I'll wait till it comes out on VCR, see if I like it. Or DVD, whatever.
But it did. It got bad reviews for some reason. And Mike Myers usually makes pretty funny movies. And that was like a quasi onside kick that rolled all the way across the field and didn't touch anyone.
What was that word?
A quasi.
A quasi.
Yeah, like quasi. Like it was supposed to be an onside kick, but it really wasn't.
Okay, if I look up quasi, what's it gonna say?
It's gonna say.
It's gonna say Sam Long Wang.
The Mets will have a first and 10 at their own 35.
Oh man,
I know it.
That was one of that's got to go on the highlight reel at the end of the year. That was funny. Sassano and Reagan, 85 and 7, and then number 21, Son Long.
It'll be first and 10 for the Mets at the 35.
52-20, a minute and 9 seconds to go. Steve, at least we know next week now. We got
what we're
Clayton
doing.
Valley
That's right.
Against either Los Lomas or College Park at DVC. So
he said, "Hi, Mom." I think you know his mom, don't you? Okay.
Luke Sassano. No, that's the kicker for Campolindo.
Oh, okay, that's right.
What's
his name?
Clemens, Stephen Clemens. Okay. I knew him when he was a little rugrat, running around when his sister Anique was playing on 2 consecutive state championship teams with Clay Callum over at Campolindo and Scott Brown.
Hey, Dan, before we go, let's thank all the seniors, from Miramonte who started the game. Humphrey, Carey, Hull, Stevens, Reagan. Now, they all get to play again, but we want to thank them. O'Neill, this is their last home game probably. Vaughn, Tukowski, Smith, Warner. These are all seniors. These are guys who had great careers here.
You want to sing the song one more time?
No, because I want to get to the defense. Hire, Thompson, Hull,
Burrows.
Spencer Burrows, John Martelli, he had a touchdown today. Zach Lamon, what a great career he's had. Kyle Albini, Tony Verna, Tom Warner,
and Dan Rodriguez.
And
someone just snuck up here with a camera for whatever reason. Oh, look at this.
Whatever.
Close-up in the booth. Look at that. Would you stop it?
What?
God. Oh, man. Can we have a close game next week, folks?
Well, I hope so.
Do you
right there we go, Dan.
Well, we know at least now it's going to be. All right, so is Campo going to win tomorrow night?
Yeah.
So it's Campo and Miramonte at the Coliseum,
Campo,
Pittsburgh and De La Salle at the Coliseum, and Clayton Valley and Los Lomas, all East Bay teams.
Now, Dan, the thing is, and they're going to kneel down.
And that might be the last play.
The thing is about the Los Lomas game is that College Park is capable of winning that game, But I just think the experience with Longero and them, and I think they're on such emotional high getting by a #1 Alameda and getting where they're at. But hey, should be interesting.
But that was the last place.
Yep.
But you do remember one thing. One of the great games we ever called, Steve Linigan, when he came out, was College Park at Los Lomas.
That's true.
That was a great game at Los Lomas 2 years ago. Last play of the ball game. We apologize if we offended anyone, Steve. We were just having fun at the end of the game. 52-20 is the final score tonight from Orinda, and we'll be back to wrap it up in 3 minutes on Comcast.
What are you doing? Who said that? Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, a giant oil filter that talks. I'm framing the filter, and what do you think you're doing with my child? It's your child? I didn't know he was your kid. Well, it is, and he's a she. Oh, yeah? Well, what should I do with her? Do the right thing. Recycle your used oil and filter. Even after draining, a used oil filter contains about a quarter cup of oil. If placed in the garbage, that oil will leak into the ground and then into landfills, polluting the soil and someday the water supply. Seal your filter in a strong Ziploc bag and take it to a certified used oil and filter collection center. Or if your city has curbside used oil and filter recycling, just put it on the curb with the rest of recyclable items. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING or check out our website at www.funnelhead.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazzei. This year we've hit a milestone. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary, and I'd like you to come join us.
Mazzei Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in Antioch is happy to have given you the service you deserve over the years. For 2 years running, we've been the #1 Pontiac GMC truck volume dealer in Contra Costa County, and it's all because of you.
All of us at Mazzei thank you, and we look forward to serving you for another 50 years.
Come celebrate with us at Mazzei Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in Antioch.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible by a generous donation from Jim's Auto Body, located on West 10th Street off Summersville Road in Antioch. Since 1962, Jim's Auto Body has been fixing and repairing cars and trucks with expert craftsmanship and service. Let Jim's Auto Body take care of your bodywork, painting, and framework at their state-of-the-art facility on 10th Street in Antioch. Mary Marie's Salon in historic downtown Antioch. Recently opened in May of 2003, this professional hairstyling, coloring, manicure, pedicure, and facial waxing salon offers your styling needs for the entire family in a relaxed, comfortable atmosphere. Tina Lucido, Tisha Johnson, and staff invite you to a unique experience at 308 G Street in downtown Antioch. The dentistry offices of Lee Keller and Daniel Burke Dede.
Tomorrow night's
thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
Back at Miramonte High School, the final score tonight as Miramonte heads to the Oakland Coliseum next weekend to take on the winner of tomorrow night's Campolindo-San Lorenzo game. Miramonte 52 and Acalanes 20. They avenged the 14-10 loss last year to the Acalanes Dons. And let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half as Tony gets together. There's your buddy down there. There's Thompson.
Mr.
He's still
Thompson.
tackling people.
Oh, yeah.
Here's some of the highlights from the second half.
I think this is going to be the interception right here, Dan.
Yes. Yeah, we said that was 44, is about 40 yards.
That's Ratelli. Nice job right there. And
he just read that play right from the get-go.
He did. And what a great moment for him as a defensive player. It's every defensive player's dream. Look at Humphrey. Watch this throw, folks. You just don't get no better than that. You split the seams, split the uprights, and boy, you put it right on the numbers. And there's my player of the game, 85 right there. We could be the real. There's Mr. Hole going up the middle. And this is pretty much
his last game here at Miramonte.
Yeah, Miramonte.
He's
what a great
three-year
job.
Starter. Probably one of the great players they've had.
That's right. That's right. And I think this is Mr. O'Neill.
He's one of the great players Acalanes has ever had.
Yeah. What a great career he's had.
We'll have some stats for you in a minute. This is Toole. He had a nice run here.
Nice cut back right here, Dan. Watch him switch the ball to the outside hand. Boom, real nice, just like you're supposed to do it. Almost stumbles and then just kind of waltzes into the end zone. And right here, here's big number 62, who's just Ferraris. Yeah, just, you know.
And that was the final score of the game, 52-20.
I know Coach Thompson's going to look back and say, you know, I should have probably did that Ferraris thing a lot during the game. You know what I mean?
But Tony has the players of the game. We're going to send it to Tony.
Okay, guys, with our Brendan Theaters players of the game, first Colin Reagan, over 100 yards receiving. Tell us about the day. How were you able to get open so often tonight?
Well, Acalanes' game plan was to move the free safety over the strong side because our strong side passing game has been so effective. So that left me one-on-one with on the weak side, and Taylor just saw it and exploited it all night. And I mean, props to the O-line for
Plenty of props to those guys.
for giving him so much time.
And what about your offense all season long? It's pretty much been a juggernaut. 50 points is getting to be kind of normal for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a normal routine. Just come out at the end of the third quarter, give the second team a lot of playing time. Yeah.
Colin Reagan over 100 yards. Congratulations, one of our Brendan Theaters player of the game. Also, Luke Sassano, one of the scoring leaders this year. And Luke, what is your range? How far can you kick that thing? You look like you were kicking it a ton tonight.
Well, I don't know. I mean, my longest in my career is 44 with this season, but in practice I've been hitting anywhere from like 55 to 60. So I've just been asking the coach all season to give me a shot, but we really haven't had the opportunity because we get in range, we score a touchdown, with Taylor throwing a bomb or something like that.
So do you stand over the sidelines and kind of hope they don't convert on third down?
Kind of. I'm holding my tee ready to run out there, but Taylor always seems to come through. So.
They always seem to come through. With our Brendan Theaters player of the game, Brendan Theaters, enjoy the show. Hey guys, we also want to get Taylor Humphrey. He broke a record tonight, school record for Miramonte in yards passing. What does it mean to you to get the record?
You know those guys, Dorsey, I mean, the guy that held the record, he won a championship, so that's what I'm trying to do here. So, I got to take my guys, lead them to the field in Oakland, and just big one next week.
What's it like to pass a guy that's now in the NFL? Does that give you those kind of hopes, those kind of thoughts of going to the next level?
Our style of play is a little bit different, but I mean, he's just an amazing player, and what he's done with the Niners, Miami, here, I mean, he's incredible. So hopefully I can do that for some team that picks me up and
Where are you going to the next level? I've heard a couple talks about a couple of Division I schools. Tell us where you might be going.
Probably Hawaii.
Probably Hawaii?
Yeah, June Jones has been talking to me. He throws the ball a lot, so good offense to be in.
Okay.
Nice and warm there right now, too. Not cold like this.
Not a bad place to go. Taylor Humphrey, congratulations on the big night. Guys, let's go back upstairs.
Smart kid, too,
He is a smart kid. And Colin Reagan, great interview coming off the thing. Here's the stats just real quickly, folks. We're getting to the end of the tape, and we got to get out of here. But Acalanes nearly 200 yards in the second half on offense. So they came alive, and they tried to compete here, and they did a good job. 492, though, for Miramonte. It's just a juggernaut. You look at those stats. The turnovers were even. And now here's just individually really quick. The last time we're going to see a lot of these players unless a miracle comes through, and we can go over to the Oakland Coliseum next week. Carey had 158 yards rushing on 15 carries. Humphrey was 15 of 20 for 254. and Reagan, our player of the game for Miramonte, 5 for 119 and 2 touchdowns. There's Dominic Carey, and one of the last times we're going to see him. He had a great career here, as well as his brother, who was here in the stands tonight.
That's right. My hot tub player of the game.
27 carries, 175 yards for Tim O'Neill. We say goodbye to Tim O'Neill, who had a great career at Acalanes. Corbett was 9 of 27 for 109. July caught 3 passes for 49 yards and a touchdown. The Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by these great friends as we head into the championship weekend next week. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek, Contra Costa Clean Water Program, and Mr. Funnelhead. Mazay Pontiac in Pittsburgh. ParamountTechnology.com of Concord. Brendan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. RSC Rental Service Corporation in Martinez.
Thanks for the scissor lift, guys.
The Williams Company, real estate for the 21st century.
Thank you, Cindy Williams.
S&S Import Service, downtown Antioch.
Randy Scott, thank you, buddy.
Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop.
Thank you, the NOACs.
2K Sports, located in downtown Antioch. There's Joel behind the graphics.
James Beldazzo, thank you very much.
Mellows Heating and Air Conditioning in Oakley.
Thank you very much.
Lone Tree Golf Course in Antioch.
Pat Kane, Jack Oakley, thanks, guys.
Batalia's Italian Food, great Italian food in Antioch, the Save More Shopping Center.
Thanks, Doug.
A&B Creative Trophies, downtown Antioch.
Gene and Jack Azevedo, thank you.
The Sold Sisters, Tracy Mancine, Heidi Kugel, and just thank them for being them.
Just thank you for, thank you.
Jeffrey K. Hogue, Doctor of Dentistry in Antioch on Deer Valley Road. Also, Roseberry Car Care, locations in Danville, San Ramon, and Pleasanton. Giuseppe's Pasta and Grill in San Ramon. 19th Hole Casino in Antioch. Alberto's Cantina, 435 Main Street, downtown Pleasanton. Additional friends, as you see them, Diablo View Florist, Images of 3 Hair Salon, The Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body. State Farm Insurance, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, Antioch Opticians, Burke and Keller Doctors of Dentistry, and of course Comcast, who helps us bring this game to you every single week. Next weekend, it's Clayton Valley at DBC against the winner of tomorrow night's Los Lomas College Park game. And you know what? Also, maybe next week, folks, check your listings. We might have something from the Oakland Coliseum for you.
Hey, let's see if we can go in the truck and see Matt.
For Steve Sanchez, Matt Bolander, who we might see, and our great Comcast crew, this is Dan Wall saying goodnight from Marinda, where the final score was Miramonte 52, Acalanes 20. This has been a high school sports production brought to you by Comcast in Walnut Creek. We'll see you next week from Diablo Valley College.
Good night, everybody.